Let's see. And we're live. Okay, so far there is nothing showing up on my screen. Yeah?
Well,
Oh,
if there's nothing on the screen, that means nothing can kill us.
wise words, Brady. Very wise words. Let's see.
This is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be a deathless run. It's also going to be a gameplayless run.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
you
of
know,
course. Blind
gotta
playthrough,
climb that
literally.
leaderboard somehow.
Yeah. Blind playthrough because we can't see shit.
Blind for chat, they're just gonna have to take our word for it. We're doing
Eh,
great.
yeah. Trust me, guys. This is how it's meant to be. Okay, I think now. Oh, what the fuck?
There we
What is
go.
this?
We're playing dark.
Jesus! Okay. Give me just a second, because I guess I have to get the resolution sorted. Log into the Dark Souls 2 game server. We know that's not gonna work. Son
What?
of a biscuit.
FromSoft having server issues? Never.
No! Never, ever, ever.
Just gonna have to fit it to screen, I suppose.
Yeah. As soon as the game lets me in, because it's still trying to log into the Dark Souls 2 server. Okay,
It'll get
service
there
not
one day.
available.
I believe in it.
It's still trying, for fuck's sake. Game. Like, I'm hearing the music and everything is very nice and chill, but like it keeps being in this log into the Dark Souls 2 game server. Can't you stop logging into the server and just let me play? Dark Souls is not available. Please try again later. Please see the
What?
following URL for more information. Select OK to attempt to oh, cancel to start the game in... Wow, yes, click cancel if you want to start in offline mode. Thank you for being very, yeah. Resolution 3840. Why? Why?
So we can see those Rat Kings in HD.
Alrighty, let's say... This is it, full screen. Yes. Okay, A confirm. Alright, I need my shit. Is this gonna be it?
Where's the shit?
Where's... Alrighty, let's see if this did it. Nope, that did not do it.
For extra shit.
For the love of Jesus. Okay. Can I have it now? Specific window. The window is called Dark Souls. God damn it, game. Alright. There we go. Okay, you can go this way. You can go over here. And the game is... Alrighty, I think that we got it now.
Not on stream, I'm sorry to say. Now, it appears tiny. Like
Yay.
the screen capture. No, you're doing alright. Now it's gone entirely. Hey, dude with the dragon tattoo. He says, hey, Seth.
Hi.
No, wait, DS2, my favorite. Yo, right on, mine too. Glad to see this game's getting more and more love.
Well, I hope you're gonna enjoy this. Because I certainly... Okay, I think now it's fine.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, finally.
Resolution, at least like what I'm seeing, looks a little low, but it seems to be working just fine.
Yeah, it's 1920. Should be Gucci.
Just
Let's see.
keep an eye on the graphics and let us know.
Yeah. So let me just see, like, video, maybe custom, high, low, high.
It could be a Discord issue too, so I mean, I think you're fine.
Blood on.
Hey,
subtitles
okay, guys.
on.
How's it going?
Hi!
Good
Buenos
evening.
dias! Just brightness. I'm Gucci. Yes, this is fine. Beppo!
Well, guys, this isn't quite a new game for Seth. Rather, it's a game that she had played through almost completely on stream roughly a year ago,
Beppo.
and due to tech issues, had her save file deleted. So we're going through to actually complete it now. It's the second Dark Souls title, which also happens to be my favorite.
Beppo, let's go. Yeah, sorry, just give me a second. I need to get Beppo back into the house. Beppo.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once granted. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light.
The dude with the dragon tattoo asks, what build will you do this playthrough?
That's a very good question, because I don't know yet. Last time I did a Dex build, but I kinda don't want to do the same thing again, so maybe I'm gonna go with something more magic-y.
A thing that feeds on souls.
Can I do something like a battle mage, like Dex and magic?
Absolutely, that's the build I normally run in DS2.
Nice. Okay.
Long ago,
Then I want to aim for that one.
land
Yokai Gus says, I've played all the FromSoft games, I'm waiting for Elden Ring. Oh yeah, me too.
I haven't played
I'm
Sekiro
in, like,
yet.
total media blackout.
I believe they called it.
I think you would like Sekiro.
Probably. I mean, I'm okay with
I
pairing.
would like Sekiro, so...
Yeah, you've been wrong on that account.
But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
Also, if you want to relax with me today, grab yourself a nice glass of wine and enjoy. If I don't miss my mouth. Oh yeah. I remember this
Usually
scene.
that starts happening after the wine.
True. I forgot how beautiful the starting
The
cinematic
intro
is.
cinematic is, yeah.
Wow.
Very reminiscent of a few scenes from the first Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Where like the Nazgul attack them all around the ruins.
Moth drawn
Yep.
to a
Like
flame.
even the environment looks similar.
Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
There you go.
Nice.
Everything's fine.
It's okay. It's all as planned. I've fallen and I can't get up.
You need life alert.
Oh, I'm looking a bit green.
Very green, actually. Remember, one of Brady's big assertions about DS2 is it has probably the most compelling world of all three games.
Oh, this
It's
is
got
the
the-
one that we start close to Shrek, right?
Yes. You know, this is the one with like the dark fairy tale world instead of the more I hate to say it because it carries like derogatory tones in regards to the design, which isn't what I'm going for, but like the more generic dark fantasy of DS1 and 3, this is definitely like a beautiful, twisted, kind of Fae-inspired fairy tale world.
Yeah, I mean, I would generally enjoy if they made like some sort of very heavily Eldritch inspired Souls-likes.
Bloodborne, no.
Yeah, I mean, except Bloodborne, that's the only one. You can't go up there yet.
Quite a few indie titles. Eldest Souls is explicitly. I believe Custodian and, was it Jaws of Madness were? Hey, Schnaufy! Schnaufy says, what
Hi,
is up,
Schnaufy.
cool kids?
What seems to be
Welcome back from the basement, Schnaufy.
What?
Well, the entire Neo playthrough, he wasn't able to watch the stream, so he had to just pop out the chat and not watch.
It's an,
Right.
So now he's finally back with us and can watch the stream.
an undead has come to play.
You know who these ladies remind me of? Of Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos from Greek mythology. The Three Fates.
Oh, yeah. No, that's intentional.
Ah, okay.
And then there's a fourth one.
I was working quite a lot with the three of them in my witchcraft experiments last year. Like with those three specifically, so
Hollows prey
it's pretty fun.
feast upon their soul.
And anything through the present, or
This is the
Sorry, what?
fate of the
anything through the present, or
It was mostly like about guidance.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's your name?
It mostly helped me with tarot readings. Try to recall your name.
I see.
Oh, right, I can use the keyboard. Seth.
We can actually get a weapon later on from the fourth maiden, the young one, the Ringo of the group.
Are you sure of your name? Nope. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm sure.
That'll do.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward.
So for everyone that is a bit weirded out about the thing that you see on top right of the screen, I'm just testing out some like ad software that I've been contacted via LinkedIn for. So
I think it's supposed to be
if it becomes too annoying, I am going to turn it off, of course.
back.
If you find it obtrusive or maybe kind of predatory, as some ad systems can be, just let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
Of you.
It's just a test run, so don't worry.
Shall we
Sell
do
out.
Sell out.
Oh, I wish. That would mean I
Yes.
would have money.
We are.
If I could, I would. Class and gift.
We're selling out the entire chat for silver because we can't stop playing Raid Shadow Legends, the most realistic, deep RPG ever to hit mobile devices.
You know that I actually was contacted by some to like represent Raid as well, but
Of
the
course!
but the goal was I would have to play it on stream and make people download it, and like the more downloads we would get, like the more money we would get. And yeah, I was like,
their
nah.
ad campaign is notoriously like shady.
Yeah.
Like the tactics they use both to recruit spokespeople and that they encourage those spokespeople use to influence others to download it. I actually, as part of an experiment, played about 2 hours of Raid once, and it was very, very boring.
Yeah. I tried it once as well, when I had an iPad, because I was lying in bed and just was checking out what I can play on it, and honestly I was bored. And Schnaufy says, how much would you sell me? For
We'd
one
have to check
piece...
the market.
Yeah, depends on how well you go on eBay, like how much Schnaufys can go on freebay, on eBay. Let's see. Inedible.
Oh.
Well, I don't care about that.
Seed of the Tree of Giants is really useful, but not offline.
Homeward Bone. Do I get one anyways?
Oh, you find loads of them throughout the game. Remember?
Oh, that's not
They're
the one that you can use
consumable.
repeatedly.
No, you earn that through main quest progression.
Well, fuck it, then I'm using this one.
Yeah, the ring. It's something permanent.
Yeah. Fine. No, don't finalize creation. I gender.
Now it says one and only, of course.
Build. I am gonna be this one. I'm gonna be buff. Buff, I said. I'm gonna be a buff sorceress.
You know, you need to add the muscles, otherwise you just... Yeah.
Homeland. My shoulders are very weird, to be honest. I have totally masculine shoulders.
Well, I mean, you would expect people in this world to be pretty fit, right? Particularly to have a lot of definition.
Yeah, especially corpses. Like, corpses would be very fit. Okay, I like this one. Hair color.
Oh, you and Exit both going for the Milli Vanilli hair.
Yes! But
baby.
purple. Eyebrow color. No, that's just eyebrow. Yes. Like
I
this.
think during Exit's partial playthrough, we actually ran with that and ended up designing the avatar to resemble one of the gentlemen from Milli Vanilli.
Of course. Eye color. Can I go with white? Yes, look at this.
More like a
Tattoo.
Naruto OC with
Yeah.
every change we make. Which is
I
what the
can have a
best from
pony!
some characters.
Okay, I'm gonna have a pony.
Okay.
Opacity.
Dark pony.
It's a... Yeah, look at this. I'm so pretty! Random. No, not random. I worked hard on this character. Advanced settings. What is the... No, not too many options. I hate it when games give me too many options. I need the right amount of options.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
Oh.
You're
And the Souls
different,
Bros
I should
really
think.
hated this scene in particular.
Yeah. Also, Schnaufy, I would start, like, the bidding war at, like, 50 euros and see where it goes. Looking forward to the cosplay of this.
The reason the Souls Bros can't stand this scene and these characters in particular is because they, like, mock the player saying how many times they're gonna die and all that. And it's like, A, isn't that what all of you jackasses do online all the time? And B, I love seeing people who start off with a really bad tilt with this game because it essentially directly insults their EP9.
Yeah. EP9. Yes.
over and over.
No, I played this game to feel like part of the global elite. How dare you?
Oh my god, that reminds me of that, like, streamer dude from Free Guy, if you've watched the movie.
No.
Oh, you have to watch it. Like, oh, that streamer guy is like the representation of the Souls Bros and the streamer bros. It's
No,
amazing.
he says, 50 euros. Wow. Okay, I would have expected a Snickers and a beer.
Okay, so this was Life Gem.
It depends on the quality of the beer, I think.
Okay, so this is a punch, and this is
I probably wouldn't fire that off in here just in case.
Oh, yeah, so I don't oh.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic.
Can I go up there?
So he says Budweiser. Oh no. Well, you said a beer. That's not a beer.
Have a story.
Oh, I wanted to let you guys know, because I've been watching Game Grumps today, and they were streaming this new game that is gonna come out soon, and it's made by, what is it called, Yacht Games? The guys that made Shovel Knight.
Yacht game.
Yeah. And the
Yacht
game...
Club.
Yacht Club, yes. And the game that they made, I forgot what the name was, but it's like a merge of Legend of Zelda and Castlevania, but for the Game Boy Color, like Game Boy Color era. So like you have that color scheme from
cool.
Game Boy Color, and it looks adorable.
Navi says Yacht Club also published Cyber Shadow. You can open that chest up in the attic now. You
Wait,
just
but
put-
why wasn't I given a prompt?
Because dialogue was still playing.
Oh, Okay.
And
yeah.
remember, this is the game where you can destroy chests by attacking them too many times.
Right, right.
You also destroy the contents in the event that you do.
Human effigy, okay. Well. Yeah, I remember. Usually then you just get like maybe arrows and some ashes or something like that.
No, you get garbage.
Oh, okay, even better. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything
Now,
here?
says, I think I should try Shovel Knight someday too. Yakuza
Yes.
is like From Software for indie platformers. Well, for speedrun-based platformers, yeah, they really are.
Wait, this is where I came from.
Yeah, but there are some alternate passages.
Oh, right, there was the Shrek path.
And Shrek's guarding a ring.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
And you know
speaking
what?
of...
With your soul arrows, you just may be able to take him. Now, if he says not only speedrun, even casual gaming. Oh, no, I know, but like their games tend to be very, very popular with the speedrun set.
I really
because
want
you know
to-
they're linear and mechanically intense.
Yeah, I really want to play Shovel Knight on the Switch. Wait, how do I roll? Okay, that's how I roll.
This is how we roll, yeah.
No. Oh. Wait, how do I... Oh, that's how I heal. Wait, how do I heal? Heal!
Retreat!
Yeah, I need to remind myself of the controls. Maybe I should do that when I'm not fighting Shrek.
Generally, great idea to do things or multitask while fighting Shreks.
Okay, so this is the... Ah, okay, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this. I love it. So Soul Arrow, like what is on the upper thing, is that the spell that I'm using right now?
Yes.
Okay, so
Pressing the left and right buttons will cycle through your equipped items in each equipment
okay,
slot.
so I have to have
And
the rod.
pressing down will cycle through your quick select consumable items that you activate by pressing square, the equivalent there.
Okay, yeah. The roll and the accept buttons are flipped compared to Neo, so I'm gonna have to...
Yeah, I noticed you were playing it with a Neo moveset.
Yeah. Where the fuck am I?
Expectations of Neo. Dream of the Neo.
I want to forget of the Neo. Okay.
You gonna tell me the lightning gods weren't cool, though?
Yeah, they were. They were. And to be honest, the boss fights in the DLCs were pretty nice, even though they were very much unbalanced. Again, wrong button.
It did just feel like all of a sudden the devs expected you to use one and only one playstyle, right?
Yeah, basically, with the split staff.
No, not that. Like, a ton of stacking, like, cascading buffs on you and debuffs on the opponents.
Definitely. Okay, I'm definitely gonna
like...
beat the Shrek. The only issue that I have right now is that I keep trying to roll with the wrong button. So it's gonna take a while.
You can retreat to that narrow little pass that we proceed into its garden from and snipe it from there if it's like still charging you. There is a safe zone, see? Like, look at that. It can't pursue you through there.
It's too fat.
Too fat and just too tall, really.
I'm gonna go with too fat, makes me better about myself.
Of course. That's it. Sierra Tide. Drive it to call corporate.
Bye, Nicocado.
Oh my god, it's even got the walk.
Yeah, the wiggle wiggle. What?
Got this stuff. Look at that.
Yeah! Goodbye,
See,
Shrek.
magic is really handy in this game. There you go. Yokai Gus asks, why have you decided to play DS2?
I wanted to play all the Souls like the big Souls like from FromSoft. Wow. And I already played Dark Souls 2 once, but unfortunately I reinstalled Windows, and for some reason Cloud Save was not turned on, which ended in me losing all the saves. So
There
I
was an
like,
item
fuck.
back there.
There was what? Oh.
There was
I
an
know.
item, yeah, like kind of hidden in the tall grass. Sorry, just it's a lot of easy miss things. Schnaufi says, "Ew, Windows."
Oh,
Hey
there
now.
it is. Oh, I agree. Definitely you. If a lot of games were not available mostly for Windows or only on Windows, I would not have Windows. Can I say Windows one more time? Windows. Windows.
There should be another hidden path I literally did not know about until my last
Here.
playthrough, and there it is. Yeah. Crazy, I played through this game like 3-4 times and missed that every single time. Now he says, "So, if you want to hear a huge compliment,
To me or to you? If it's to you, no. No kidding. Go ahead.
hi."
Open the door. Bye, bitches. Bonfires are places of respite. You may also light torches on them. Okay. Bonfire lit! This bonfire is so lit, yo. Attune spells. Ah, okay. Yeah, see, that is one part of the game that I just was never interested in.
Magic?
Yeah, and I never
Well,
even...
we're gonna change that.
Yeah. Can I break this? Yes, I
Yes.
can.
You were gonna say you never even...
I never even bothered checking all the possible options with magic.
Well, they are plentiful indeed. Schnaufi says, "I'm gonna install Little Misfortune on Windows only to share screen in Discord, because Discord on Linux doesn't support that feature."
Aww, that's so sweet. You do that only for Little Misfortune. Trust me, she's a little ninja. She deserves that.
The game did pretty well for itself, I understand. I'm really hoping at some point we receive some more information about that potential buyout of Capcom by Sony.
Yeah. Let's see
God, I
if
hope
that's
that's not
actually
a
gonna
rumor.
happen. Yeah.
Can you imagine actual financial and developmental support for Mega Man and Ace Attorney?
Oh, that would be nice.
Now he says nerd compliment level 5000. And no, only for you. I could install on Linux when I play it alone.
Ah, okay, well, then it's definitely worth it because... Oh, hello, Shrek. Because I'm also a little ninja. I'm a little ninja, that's what I am. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta say, I love these eyebrows. It's like, oh, I'm a fashion guru. I mean, makeup guru? I don't know, I'm a guru.
Makeup guru. Or no, beauty guru.
Beauty guru, yes, that guru. That's what I am.
One of them. Now he says hashtag no makeup.
Oh, definitely. Woke up like this.
Well, same here, but that's why I look like garbage. You can't even see me, but I know you can tell. Schnauby
Oh.
says hashtag natural.
No filter. Alrighty. Backstep. Okay, cool.
The Dodge's useless little cousin.
Did you see that slow arrow? It was like
Oh,
so
yeah,
slow.
I missed those DS1 arrows.
It was so slow, I genuinely saw the entire shape of the arrow as it was flying.
Don't you miss that after Neo?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is where I can drop...
We can play crow slots, yeah. And we do, in fact, have items to play crow slots with.
Yeah. Okay, whoopsie. I go into inventory and I have to drop that thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Drop. Leave.
Leave selected. Oh, discard no.
No, not discard. Leave. Just the second option there. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dan. Dan
Hi,
says, "Hey,
Dan.
sir." Now close the menu.
Oh. Oops. Yeah.
And they traded. Let's see what we pulled this time. Always exciting to play Crow's Lots.
I gave you silky and smooth.
Yes, and they've given you something in return.
Soul of the Lost Undead. How nice.
Okay. Little bit of XP. Not one of the best rewards we could have pulled, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, you could
Better
drop
than-
down onto that. That like
Ah.
outcropping stuff.
I would survive? Okay, well, let's see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Okay, getting
More
a bunch of
XP.
souls. Okay, let's see. That's where I came from, so here I can go. Touch.
Tap. You may have to break that knife out in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, let's try it though. Oh, okay.
Daggers are very fast and deal extraordinary backstab and riposte damage.
Yeah, I could get used to this.
Was that all that was in there? I don't think so.
Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh no! Wait, how do I jump again?
There should be a tutorial prompt right in front of the cap.
Oh,
Like in one
of
of
course.
those
This thing.
Stellas.
Okay, let's try it here where it's safe. Okay.
Yeah, right like that.
Okay. Amber herb. Not to be confused with amber herd. Giggity.
That's actually very useful. Consuming it will replenish some of our spell charges. Not that we'll need it for some time, of course. Oh, ladder out there.
Ladder?
Yes, it'll be just to the right once you emerge here.
Oh, ladder! Doink, 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 doink. Plunging attack. Okay, let us plunge. Where are you? There. Ha! Oh, I forgot that they changed the target automatically when one dies.
Which is really nice.
Okay.
You can try two-handing that, of course.
How do I two-hand it?
Triangle
What is-
button.
I mean, it's kind of stupid two-handing a dagger, but you know.
Yes, it is. But it works.
Yeah. Okay, what is this? It's
Why,
a door.
It's a door.
Have you guys seen that Cyberpunk finally updated? Now you can rent a house for one-time fee, also known as purchasing, but apparently CDPR doesn't know that. What do you want?
Cyberpunk is so sad.
Says jumping attack.
Again, I'll keep going back to that line from Honest Game trailers. It's a true cyberpunk experience. Not cool, not fun, and everything's broken.
Pretty much. Okay, where are we? Ah, that's where we...
That's whence we came.
Okay, maybe I should actually run back to the bonfire since I'm kind of running low on the charges.
Yeah. Now if he says, wow, I'm gonna buy a gaming PC and Cyberpunk instantly. Not.
Not.
But they fixed the wet textures!
Now it's... Oh. the same. Now it's exactly the same.
Again, I will always hold to the grave that Cyberpunk could not be made into a fantastic, like, above average game with all the technical refinement in the world because the writing, the world building, the quest design is terrible.
All right, I need to
You
use
can't fix that outside of just, you know, making a different game.
Yeah.
Oh, and the soundtrack. Did you know, Seth, that each of the major enemy factions in Cyberpunk actually has their own theme? Oftentimes
I have
with
not
several
noticed.
variations. No, you haven't, because almost everywhere you go, you just hear the Tiger Claws theme.
Yeah.
You
Great.
know,
Yeah. The fart metal.
yeah. Schnaufy says, to me, Cyberpunk is just a failed game. Yeah, really. Oh, welcome to the most beautiful hub we ever see in
That
the
is-
Soulsborne franchise.
I'm not gonna go there yet.
Schnaufy says, I already forgot it exists.
Yeah.
Oh, we can never forget. We have a show that originated from our collective discontent regarding Cyberpunk.
Which you can find on YouTube.
On it. Links.
And you can ignore Spotify, we're not updating there anymore.
You can also join us on Discord.
Sorry, Legend of Zelda taught me to break all of the boxes, all of the jars. Who are you?
Oh, doesn't matter. Just help me open this door.
Dude,
I packed my
you're
tools
also
in
quite
here, seeing it was
green.
vacant. But now somebody's gone.
It's the forge, of course. It's all that ash.
Yeah. We cannot
Hello,
open
Anna.
it yet.
How's it going?
Hey,
How's it going?
potato!
Doing well. How are you?
Okay, just eating some lasagna.
Speaking of, Schnaufy says, first I need to listen to Potato's interview episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. It's a really good one.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear him, but Beppo is like sleeping on my foot right now and he is snoring. Like my foot is shaking from the snores. Oh, hello.
This is the art.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
What for? It's not like you can buy anything here. Okay, it's just a shield.
I came from the west.
Not yet, Seth, not yet.
Remember,
But I didn't
the
have
more you buy from him, the more his stock expands.
Right.
And the more you kill bosses.
They claimed.
That as well, yeah. But I doubt this build is going to be able to access a lot of boss armor because
I
it
hope I see you
would be
again.
heavy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, how much use would I have as a mage? Titanite
You're
shard.
playing a mage?
Yeah, I want to be like a battle mage type of thing.
Basically, she's making a build similar to mine, but from the opposite direction.
Yeah. I want to be mage first, stabity second. Oh wait, is this gonna do the Neo thing? I forgot. Yes, it is.
Sure is.
Nice. It's locked. What about you? I'm shooketh. It's actually open. Hello, cat. Oh, nope.
Oh, undead, are we? And one without much
There's
time
never any
remaining.
explanation for Shalqua. Apparently,
Just
she's one of the
about ready to fall
oldest
apart, I'd
beings in the
say.
entire setting, and she's just here.
Yeah,
Just
I
hanging
mean,
out.
she's a
Must
cat.
be chatting with a cat.
Doesn't give a shit.
Pretty
Like a
fat
cat.
too. I love it.
She is like a Maine Coon,
Suit
basically.
yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway?
Nothing.
Oh, you smell
Fuck.
wonderful.
Sorry.
What?
This place
I'm-
is
Potato.
everything
I'm being
you-
clumsy. I
isn't
almost
it?
dropped my plate.
This place.
Oh,
will
no.
receive only
Can't do that to
bits
good
enough to
lasagna.
keep- Are you going
That's
to
true.
see those four who have grown? They
By
must
the way, the
sprout.
lasagna, like,
Imagine.
pasta
Yes. Well, you have-
thingies
have
that
you
I
made
got
friends?
were apparently no pre-cooking required,
Covenants. You
Oh,
give something to
which
gain
means you can
something
put them
might
there
be
without,
just
like,
the thing.
putting them in boiling
Right.
water first. Even
How'd they
though I
turn
did
out?
cook. No, I cooked them first. I don't trust
Okay.
that packaging.
We've been burned by packaging too many times.
I'd rather waste like half an hour more than
Sure.
than have
Nothing
bad
suited
lasagna.
you, I presume.
I'm not buying stuff from a cat. Good boy.
I need to
Good
make
boy.
lasagna
Goodbye.
again at some point. I made it once in the before times, and everybody at work absolutely adored it. I made it for a dinner party thingy. But if I'm making it for myself and like closer friends, I can actually like add all of the meats in the world to it. Which, yeah, we're gonna be doing that.
I'm gonna make myself a goulash tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nice.
You're undead,
Beef?
aren't
Pork?
you?
No, this is just my complexion.
You have that distinct scent.
What?
The smell of
But the guy was like, "You're undead, aren't you?" I was like, nah.
Oh, I thought that was in response to Potato's question.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost
God damn it, that was good timing though.
Shelby says goulash. Haven't had it for years.
these days.
Really?
There are very few places.
You know what I
Why the
want?
fuck not?
I want like a homemade stroganoff with actual meat in it rather than those sad ass tasting mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Even I'm told
I really don't like ass mushrooms.
it's what we call the biggest
Again, my only experience with stroganoff as a result tasted like sick, watery ass.
and wherever each, if that
What comes in must go out.
you'll face
Oh, I don't know
Don't
if
wanna
you've
wait.
seen.
when you
Sorry,
face
go ahead.
danger.
No, go ahead, Soph.
I was gonna see, don't know if you've seen, but I joined the Way of Blue.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sure.
Increases the likelihood that other players will be able to help you if you're invaded, and it gives you, as long as you have its ring equipped, I want to say a small bonus to max HP.
Which
Yeah, I mean,
means
it's
you
not-
only get the XP bonus from the ring.
Yeah, I mean,
HPM.
nothing can invade me, we're offline. So.
Correct.
Yeah. And nobody can help you because the servers are offline.
Yep. I barely
Dark
made it
Souls
into
2.
the game because the title screen kept searching like for a way to connect for a long time.
Man, let's pour an Estus flask out for DS2.
I was
Well,
gonna
all the
say,
Dark Souls on the PC are dead.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is the only one we need to memorialize. I mean, the other two are fine.
And we still don't get the lady where I can level up until we defeat the first boss.
No, she should be here.
Yeah, she should be somewhere here, like on the edge. There you
Oh,
go.
okay,
Another
okay.
tree.
Sorry, Potato, what were you going to ask a minute ago?
Are you?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I really want to make a beef Wellington, but
Ooh,
By your side.
never made anything like close to it. So kind
Shadows.
just watch a few hours of Gordon Ramsay yelling at people for doing it wrong, and then just...
and then put a compilation of him yelling at me while I'm.
Yes.
listening.
Yeah, exactly.
He who made
Motivate yourself.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys have seen on Discord, but I have gotten a new game that is called Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. I love the name. I literally got the game just because of the name.
bearer of the for
Hope it's a good game.
The king with his
I've heard it's fun.
Their soul, once you have
I was
found,
wanting
so
to
that
play it,
hope will-
but now that you got it, I
Is
don't
that a
have
ship
to. I can just
here
watch you.
to see light. However,
Okay, upgrade Estus Flask. Yes.
I'm stuck in indie hell, so I probably won't get to play anything else until Elden Ring.
Ah, I don't have anything. Okay, let's
through
stop.
the hell where a man could whatever.
I say hell as if I'm not enjoying myself. I got
Yeah.
to fight horrible dragon puppet a couple days ago. I mean, Eastern Exorcist is way more enjoyable just because of its world building.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like every time we have heard something that happens to the villagers or something, both you and I were like, "Oh no!"
Every
like-
time that mirror pops off of our back, something horrible is about to happen.
Yeah. Okay, wasn't there a thing that I need to level up this up to a certain point?
For iframes,
Yeah.
yeah. But right now, since you're a caster especially, I would recommend maybe, yeah, a little bit more intelligence.
Yeah.
You can take adaptability once we have enough XP to buy several levels, you know, at a time.
Okay. Well, let's first see... No, not point. Equipment. Here.
And just as soon as we make it to, like, I'll say, an area 2 checkpoints removed from Majula, we'll meet a merchant who will give us some more spells, or can give us some more spells. As a mage, your priority stats are going to be intelligence, and, oh god, what do they call the other one?
Is this where I go first? I completely forgot.
This is where you can go to, interact with the,
right.
Hero's Stone,
Yeah.
and join the Path of the Champion, which we probably don't want to do right now.
There was a
It's
path
not
close to the
adaptability.
entrance where we came from, so maybe I can go there.
Yeah, no, it's near the bonfire. Attunement! Attunement is the other stat we want to level.
Okay. Okay,
It
let's
dictates
see.
the maximum number of spell slots you can have at any one time.
You know, there is one level that I'm really not looking forward to, and that is that one with a bajillion spiders.
Oh, Brightstone Cove, Seldora. Yeah, thankfully it's considered kind of late game, but it's not a fun time.
Yeah.
Beautiful though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the level itself, that's fine. I mind the spiders, because the way that they made spiders really makes my skin crawl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's also the only place in the entire series that has a bonfire that sees the player attacked immediately as soon as they load into it.
Yeah. Can you do this any faster? Oh, by the way, in my company, like, I mentioned once that I don't know how to cook well. So this one girl was like, "Oh, I'm gonna teach you." And now every week on Wednesday evening we have like a cooking session. Last week it was Flammkuchen, like how to make Flammkuchen, and tomorrow it's gonna be New York cheesecake.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She is American, so she is gonna teach me also some like American dishes. We are also gonna have Chicago pizza next week.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, if I jump there, should I? No, I'm gonna die here.
Wish I had a workplace like yours for the past year or so.
It's like the sense of community. Yeah, those words. Okay, that's where we came from. It's
Well, I
really,
told
really
you
nice.
how awful my grad school environment was from the pandemic on, right?
Yeah, nobody cares about anything, and yeah.
No, nobody cares about anything or anyone but themselves. They're all kind of nihilistic for the most part, and also, including myself in this metric, staggeringly incompetent for the most part.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know one person in my entire little coterie who was like a true professional and handled the entire thing with grace and aplomb. And to me is like the model of how you should deal with things like this. I don't know.
So, when are you gonna start doing cooking soon? Or cooking videos?
Cooking with Seth. See, this is your fault.
People, and we're back cooking again.
God, I love this. I love this so much. Not dying, but his
Notice that Shrek had
accent.
way less health though.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I never thought I would say fuck Shrek, but you know what? Fuck Shrek. Okay, let's
Take it
go.
easy now. You're sounding like Smash Mouth.
Arrgh.
Remember, the lead of Smash Mouth was so upset that they were linked almost exclusively to Shrek in the wake of that film's release.
No. Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I was recently watching like an entire season of AVGN, like, you know, a compilation, and there was one of him reviewing Shrek games,
Yes.
It was so good.
Yeah. With the Wicker Man
Yes.
parody.
Yeah. So good.
He's kidnapped by the Shrek cult.
Yep. That was so good.
He is. Granted, he's like a character actor, so there's like a narrow range of roles he's pretty proficient in. But he is a talented actor, all the same.
He is very talented, and a very talented storyteller as well. I mean, most of the skits are done, like, are his invention, right?
Not anymore, no. For the most part, now, a production company writes and kind of plays a lot of the episodes, and he merely stars in each video, the nerd, and, like, obviously serves in, like,
Why?
You know, Seth, as far as I'm aware, you don't actually have to fight him.
Yeah, but I
That
want
is
to.
And there's another bonfire like 20 feet from there.
Oh, great.
That's
Thank
also
you.
true.
That I was not aware of for most of my first playthrough. It's really easy to miss.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's also in an area where the ground and the walls in the environment use very warm colors for the most part, so the telltale orange glow of the bonfire blends right in.
So, Potato, I was inspired by your Ganondorf for this character. And look at my eyebrows. They're like
Oh,
so
nice.
fancy. They're so fancy. I still named myself Seth though. Should have named myself something better like Ganondorfina.
Seffendorf.
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 That kind of sounds like Gryffindor. 10 points to Seffendorf. Okay. Eh. Whee! Run, run, run. Eh. This is gonna be super fun, because I genuinely never played a magic class or any sort of magic thing in Dark Souls.
So, Jump says imagine Seffendor has a baby with Quackboard. I think you mean
Wow.
Ganondorf, sir?
Ganondorf! Ganondorf!
The hero we deserve.
Ah!
But I will tell you, Seth, magic builds tend to start out, as you see, a little frail, a little slow, but then all of a sudden, like a few levels in, you just turn into a human rotary saw, and it's all over.
Nice. Fuck
The
you,
only
Shrek.
thing that can stop a build like this, once you get a couple stages in, is going to be like enemies with near perfect magic resistance.
By the way, can you check if the audio levels are okay on the stream? Or can somebody from the stream, from the chat tell me? Because yeah, I think that I've also lowered the game when I was playing Neo, so I'm not sure how much.
1 second. Oh, Schnaufy says audio level's fine.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Noise.
Beat me to it.
Oh.
I was setting your Hardy's ass.
No! Why do I keep rolling into more and more enemies? Ah ha ha, my god.
You know what may be of use to us?
Eh.
Equipping your staff in the left hand and your dagger in the right, so you can have them both out and active at the time.
Oh!
Shinobi says in-game could be 10% lower, but that's just personal taste.
Ah, okay. Give me just a second. Gonna pick this up. A life gem. Amazing. So like here staff and then here dagger.
Correct.
Ah.
Well, now you've got 2 daggers equipped, but still, all the same.
There we go. Look at me being all cool for school. Oh, and also I need to lower audio. Can I do that here?
You
That sounds
should be
good to
able
me.
Game options?
Game options. Sound, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Alright. Doink 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 doink. Toons 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 toons. My character looks like it just came from a rave from Berlin.
Oh, yeah, by the way, enjoy.
Ah, thank you!
Of course.
He's so fluffy!
Really got one ad and it was like, you know, fuck this shit. I'll rather give her money than watch ads.
Really?
No, it just reminded me I needed to.
Oh.
Shinobi says, I've once seen a streamer who has a filter that lowers the game volume automatically when he spoke. Don't know how it works, but I like the feature a lot.
Oh, yeah, that is
Oh yeah,
actually
it's like
quite smart.
attenuation or something. I think you can set it up.
It's attunement. Audio adaptability.
I think you can actually set that up on Discord.
Oh.
This is maybe a plugin. We might need to look into that because, I mean, it would solve so many of my woes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just
Broken
check.
straight sword. Where is the broken gay sword done? I'm sorry, I had that was a bad
What about
joke.
a broken bi sword? Oh yeah, so voice and video on Discord, it's called attenuation, and then you can set it how much you want it to lower the sound of other applications when either you or someone else is speaking. And you can choose if it's just for you, or just for everyone else, or both.
Oh, okay.
Fascinating. Ah, I got some gloves.
Are you dead? Yes. Okay, I mean, I know I don't need to kill all of them, but I want
But they
to.
could
want
give
to.
you some gear that might be helpful at this stage
Yeah.
of the game.
Honestly, they could
AK.
also follow you. Just
A redeemed hydrate.
Hey, just a second. There we go. Cheers, Kay.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Hockey dokie. Hey, Shinjika.
Hey, Shinji. Good evening. How's it going? Shinobi says, oh nice, can you write that in the Discord somewhere, Potato? Definitely want to check this out. Hold on. I can handle it. Oh, that's gonna happen.
Eh. Is there some sort of spell like firestorm? Like
That
meteor
is
showers?
pyromancy.
Can I be
Firestorm is a
using
pyromancy.
that?
Okay, Shinobi, posting a link to a tutorial in the council. There you go.
I kind of want to set things on fire.
Well,
Ah!
pyromancy is a magic path we will gain access to a bit later on. It's
Okay.
also the one that does not scale directly with any of your stats.
I'll allow it. Okay, Doink, 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 doink. Nope. Abort.
Retreat.
No, don't try climbing! Okay. Okay, now we can climb. Doink, 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 doink. Toons, 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 toons. Okay. Oh, today I ordered myself another box of wine. Like the place where I usually buy stuff from had a big sale, so they're getting rid of like premium Spanish wine for 50 euros a box of 10 with also
Oh.
2 glasses. So I was like, that's nice.
Perfect for either a party on the cheap or a very sad party of one.
It's mostly gonna be a very sad party of one because today I was for so long in meetings that I literally had only 15 minutes the entire day to take a piss.
Wait,
So-
and this time because you've intimated in the past that
Yeah.
the rules regarding attendance, what you can and can't do, what you have to like be present for and what you don't, kind of vary pretty wildly on
Yeah.
this project. This time they were like pretty hard line about everybody's got to be there, got to be sitting
Yeah.
on screen
Yeah.
for hours. And was it meetings or was it just one meeting that kept dragging
No,
on?
no, no, a couple of meetings, and it was cross teams, so it wasn't always with the same people, so I genuinely had to go. Like,
Oh, Shinji, yes, you work for Amazon?
ugh, I wish, then I would be paid much better. No, I work
Yes,
for
that
with
really
Porsche.
sucks.
Where the fuck am I? That's not...
You want to climb down the ladder. We climbed up.
Yeah. But yeah, also, in other news, I'm gonna be asking for a raise in a month. So,
Good
we'll
job.
see. I've been working almost
You've earned
10
it.
plus hours every single day for the last month, so... And that's
You played
only for
Tales
the
of Iron,
client.
that deserves a raise.
Yeah.
Like, grievance pay.
Okay, I think I need to... go to a bonfire, because I have nothing. Is there any bonfire near here, or...?
You do have life gems.
Oh, that's true. Eh,
Quite a lot of them, actually. Just one ought to do it for now.
okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Ah, in we go. But yeah, I've been
Blessed of your
working 10 plus hours for the client, and then also every other day I'm also interviewing people for my company. Being like, what are your aspirations? Can you code? Can you...
Are you
Talk.
okay with travel?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. No!
Kay says a raise like minimal 500 euro.
I'm gonna be asking for 10%, and they're probably gonna lower it to like 8. So that's already good. And that should get my pocket money in pocket, my
There was something behind the bookshelf in there.
my netto income to over 4K. So that would be quite nice. Can I? There we go. Which means,
That would be cool.
yeah, that would be awesome, because then I could also buy even more snacks for Beppo. That's basically like the only reason why I have side jobs and things like that, just to buy a lot of snacks for Beppo.
I start work formally in a week.
Nice. You excited?
Well, I mean, I've been doing prep, right? I've already been on. I have to do a couple things. One, I have to learn how to submit and record my own payroll, like my work hours.
Oh.
I have no idea how that works. Especially given I don't have in-classroom work, right?
Yeah.
But secondly, I'm just really nervous because it's online teaching and because it's material I'm not super familiar with, because I'm a contractor, right? I'm not guaranteed work.
Brady,
in
what
summer.
happened to my hair?
You hollowed to the point where it fell off.
No!
Yeah. I just really hope I do well enough to please the powers that be, and they elect to retain me into the future.
I am absolutely sure you're gonna do great.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. K-Redeem stretch.
Oh, my shoulder just
And
cracked.
lose the glasses.
Great.
I think Kay may be addicted to Channel Point Redemption. Just a thought.
Damn it, wrong
Now
button.
he says like when I turn 21. Yeah. We're in a similar boat, I suppose. I'm what they call an adjunct, meaning I get paid like a janitor, but I have the work of a professor.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't care about the pay right now. I just want the experience and the.
That is what they're hoping for.
I'll
No!
do much better, no doubt, if I survive long enough to make it into a classroom, because not only then will I be in the arena where I tend to work most effectively, but I'll be like in a building with other more experienced professors I can tap for knowledge, you know? Like,
Knowledge.
you know, you stop by somebody's office and say, hey, I'm thinking of doing this, how would you do it? Oh no, Schnelby says I meant the haircut change. Oh. Okay.
So you started
Oh.
losing hair early.
and before it was like a beautiful neon pink.
No! Ah! Nah! Ah! 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 Give me my souls back!
This is why we don't rush in Dark Souls 2.
I can't see shit! But yeah, this is not Neo, Seth. You can't just rush in and kill everyone with your living weapon.
Okay, says no, have like 132 K points on Potch stream and 80K on Zoker stream and 34K here, so don't spend much. Again, I am so flabbergasted as to how you guys rack up so many chat points or so many channel points so quickly. I've not spent any at all, and I'm not quite to 34K.
Fuck you! No! Let me... Ah! I'm scared. Okay, let's do this again.
Navi says, yep, that's why I shaved all the way to bald.
No.
What's the timer?
5 minutes. I hate this so much.
Take it easy. Oh. Okay, says still 4 to go. Nope. Not according to my timer.
Yeah, Brady, follow. Fight for my rights to see.
I've been keeping track, don't you worry. Schnavi says that's how I look without glasses as well. Ooh, same. Blind as a bat.
Visual. That way. Are you gonna get up? Yes, you are.
Good job. Look at that backstab damage too. That's where daggers really come through. Schnafi asks, you want to start a dioptrin battle?
Wow. I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't win. My dioptry is bad, but it's not nearly as horrible as a lot of people I know.
You got a shield. Nice.
E.
Not like we can use it, but I mean, we got it.
Yeah. Okay, no, we don't go there.
Alright, by my count, I think it's been 5 minutes.
Ah! Okay. That awkward moment when you need glasses to find your glasses.
Right.
Oh.
You ever lost your glasses on your forehead?
Yes.
Oh,
Also,
right.
I've lost my phone in my butt pocket. I've lost my phone while I was talking on my phone. You know,
Yes,
just
I have
simple
too.
things.
Glad to know I'm not the only one.
Oh no.
He says that's why I never take off my glasses.
Smart.
Sleeping's gotta be pretty uncomfortable then.
Even
No,
when I
this is
shower.
even
Yeah,
when
I
I
shower
shower.
as well. I mean, I shower as well with my glasses.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
what the fuck?
Right, Potato? Like, you just joined us in this realm of madness.
No,
Yeah, I'm like, what the actual fuck, Seth?
I don't wash my hair
No,
every day,
Schnaufi too,
so...
apparently.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to wash my hair, I just put on my glasses, because otherwise I cannot see which body part I still have to wash. You know, it's important. For
I
me.
wouldn't think you would need sight for that, but...
Why don't you just close your eyes then when under the shower?
Exactly. You're doing good?
I just wanted to hide from this guy while he's shooting arrows at me. Eh. Ha! No! What? Stop shooting at me!
Scooter.
Well, the one from behind has bombs. So
Ah.
be careful of that.
You mean that one? Yeah, that one.
Got a
Die.
terrible pigeon arm though.
He's throwing like a girl. Oh, of course. You know what? Fuck you. No.
Oh, by the way, have you seen Amazon's solution to long queues for Lost Ark?
They made another European server, didn't they?
No, worse. They made another. They're gonna make another European region.
Of course.
Oh, that's what it was, right.
But that's bad because you can't play across regions.
Yeah. So now people won't be able to play with their friends.
All this
No,
for a
not
game
just
that's
that.
essentially just shiny Diablo.
Yeah.
But also think of it like this: if anybody wants to transfer, all the stuff they bought or earned is non-transferable.
Yeah.
Snuff says, I hate to take off my glasses, don't know why. It's like when I was a kid. And I hate even more when others want to put them on.
Oh yeah, I hate as well when people come to me and are like, can I try your glasses? Like, no, can I try your underwear? Fuck off.
I don't mind. But people don't really do that, in my experience.
Is this the person that gives me the key to the forge?
Does this count as
Yep.
annoying?
Hello.
Thank you for the
Sarah,
follow!
welcome, and thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, talk.
No,
You're a
this is
stranger.
always the same reaction. You're that blind?
Nah, I wear them
I
for
bet
funsies. For the
And I bet
lulz.
Schnaufel is like, if I could see you right now, I'd hit you.
So, Seth, remember, if you buy a certain amount or a certain total's worth of goods from her in one go, she'll give you a ring when you talk to her.
Right.
She also
Doesn't even
sells
have to be in one go.
And this is what we need for the...
And
Okay.
what spell? Oh, another charge of soul arrow.
Huh.
That could double our quiver, so, or the capacity of our quiver.
Yeah.
So
So that is
that's where.
good.
Now talk to her just to see if we get. Not yet.
So I need more to buy more shit.
Yeah, but stop by the bonfire and see if we can't attune our new spell, or our old spell. Ah, shit. We need more attunement first.
Ugh, well. You again. Oh, what else can I buy? Bombs, throwing knives, Pharaoh's lockstone. Well, nothing right now, because I don't have souls, but I can use souls. No. Is it worth the ring that I'm getting for this build?
Oh, the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The ring either increases the amount of souls you gain from enemies, or increases item drop rate.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Buy something.
You don't need to get it now.
I heal a miracle.
Oh, the merchant's hood might be useful. The merchant's hat. It
This one?
increases the amount, or I think it also increases item drop rate. And the old branch of yore, if you can afford it, is pretty handy.
Old branch of yore.
Too
Nope.
expensive most
Phew,
likely, though. Yeah,
12k.
Yeah,
It's okay.
but
You
it's
can
really
fuck
good to
around.
have one on you.
Okay. Thank you kindly. Okay,
So did you guys know that Popeye game was an asset flip?
Really? Of what?
Yeah. They just reused a bunch of assets from the Unity store. Lightly altered.
Oh,
Great. It's locked.
To make a remake of like a 30-some-year-old, 30-some-odd-year-old Popeye game that is somehow worse than the original product.
Amazing.
wow.
Dun dun duns 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 duns.
Do we want to equip our hood?
Oh, yes. But I'm ugly.
Good job.
Look at me. Oh my god. I look like that guy from Esmeralda. Like, what was... Oh. Did I parry him by accident? Yes, I did.
No.
I mean, I blocked him by accident. Or I did something, but... Oh.
I think he may have swung into the ladder, and that,
Oh.
like, sent him staggering backwards.
That's the shortcut, right? Yeah.
And that soldier is alive. Just kind of demoralized.
Yeah, he's just like, ugh, can't deal with this bullshit.
Don't get paid enough for this.
Ah, but that guy can get up. Ow, ow. No. Oh no, he... Ah! He came back!
He's defending his friend's honor.
How rude! Ay, ay, ay. Okay, again. Doink, 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 doink. Toons, 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 toon, 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 toons, toons. Oh look, it's a lizard down there. Just chilling.
He's hardly chilling. He's in the fire.
Oh.
Well, I mean, they're like reptiles made of igneous rock, though. They seem to come from a place of extreme temperature and inclement environment. So maybe this is cool for them. Maybe this is like, you know, pretty breezy by contrast. Oh, look at how strong our soul arrows are.
Yeah. I feel like a beast.
We still don't have access to like the really good spells.
Everything is locked. Eh. No! Why?
Okay.
So guys, if there had to be like one clear, explicit fan servicey character or item inclusion in Elden Ring, like they just have to bring something back, what would you want it to be?
The blacksmith guy.
Really? From like Andre?
Fucking
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seth.
Data.
Why?
Honestly, not sure.
For me, it'd be like either... Schnaufy says Andre for sure. I don't get the appeal of the character. Sorry, I really don't. Now, if you try to fight him, I get the appeal, because he fights with like a pro wrestling moveset that's totally unique. But most people, you know, don't do that. For me, it would be either the Rat King, because why not? Or, more likely, Onion Knight. I've
Well,
always
he
preferred
disintegrated me.
the Onion Knights to Solaire.
I don't know, it would be cool to see Andre again.
But in my, of course, ideal Elden Ring, there's no fan service at all.
Okay, give me a second. I
It's
think I'm
something
gonna
totally
use
new.
this.
Just the poison swamps.
And the Moonlight Sword. Like, give us the Moonlight Sword. That I can understand because it's less fan service and more a legacy item that's just been in all of their games in different forms for like 20 years. Not 20 years, like 25 years.
For 25 years!
You know what I would like to see in the in Elden Ring? Onryoki.
Say it ain't so, Potato.
Just for the lols. Ow!
Onryoki riding Nue.
Oh god.
I want to travel to its gravesite and like take a photo just for you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say and take a piss just for you.
No.
No, that would be for him. Or for fun.
But for me?
I think it's so cool that like the site where
oops.
Nue is sealed away is like still remembered to this day.
It was so awesome.
Well, they wanted people to remember how calamitous its presence was. All the hours they put in, they had to look up guides for how to beat it, and then they managed to seal it. Like, no, yeah, never forget.
I love spells. Oh, hello.
Glad you're
Bye.
enjoying the build so far.
Is this where I see the that thing that starts chasing me chases me?
The pursuer,
Yeah.
only if you climb up there.
Yeah, I don't feel like climbing up there.
I've
There
actually
isn't there
found it easier to kill him there than in his actual...
habitat.
Yeah.
You may want to break out a firebomb to detonate those barrels to open up a shortcut.
Yeah, I remember. That's where a bonfire is, right?
At the bonfire we've
Yeah.
come from. Aye.
Where the vendor is, yeah.
Yeah.
Really useful shortcut.
Yeah.
Firebomb, it's a quick select item.
Oh. I just have a wit. No!
Whoa.
I saw you, Satan.
There might be some up on the roof with the pursuer.
Of course. How do I climb? Oh. How do I climb up?
Like-
Oops.
Avoid the enemies, run like hell, get firebombs, get money, run.
Human
Also-
effigy.
Hey,
there-
Cookie, how's it going?
Torch.
Is there an Estus Ember up there, or am I misremembering something?
Estus flask.
Yeah, there was. Get up.
Repair powder.
No.
Nope!
Oh, firebombs, run! Cookie says squatting torture. Alright. You can run, Seth. You can retreat, and it will not
Okay,
follow.
bye. Will not follow down?
That's
Oh.
right.
Okay, bye, bitch.
You could kill him and be cool.
Can I? No, I can't kill him like that. Nah. Was thinking maybe I can just shoot at him from here.
We can
No,
come
he
back.
disappears if you move away.
Repair powder. Where is the bomb?
You don't have one. Sorry. You got a lot of other useful stuff. Just,
Of course.
There's no firebombs.
Eh. Hi, Cookie!
Yeah, if you had a fire spell, you could detonate them.
Yeah.
Or, if the guy upstairs was still alive, he could throw one at you. While they're
Yeah, I
standing
think
in
that was the
barrels.
goal, right? To get him to throw it. Oh. Okay. Eh. Oh! Too
Cookie
many.
asks Seth, have you had your formal interview stuff yet?
Tomorrow at 3.
Wait, but Seth, you mentioned earlier like how incredibly busy you are, so you're taking on a second job on top of this?
Yes. I am gonna rest when I die.
Are you gonna be okay?
I hope so.
Are you okay right now?
I want to be
Because
like
it's-
Cookie, yes.
It's all I can do to read my friggin' textbooks for a few hours a day and write some notes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be Gucci. Just Gucci.
Alright, just don't overexert yourself, really, because
Don't
burnout's
worry.
a very real phenomenon,
Oh.
and it's super easy for people in our generation to overextend themselves, burn themselves out, and then retreat from the professional sphere to a considerable extent.
I'll text you Cookie as soon as I'm done.
Nice Bobby McFerrin reference.
Yeah, thank you guys. I know you care, but I'm gonna be Gucci. Wait, is that... No, that's not where I... Why do I keep always going the same wrong way? There. Away!
Cookie says we want to see you tortured in DS2, not by students. There's a difference.
For the right payment. No, I'm just kidding. Ah! Why? Mom! No!
Torture her too much and she'll end up as a boss in Eastern Exorcist.
Yes. I hope I'm gonna be like that cool lady with the red and black.
I would certainly hope not, given the context.
Well, yeah.
Oh!
Ouchie.
I mean, yeah, she was probably the best boss in the game to date. But... God, that game got dark really quickly.
Yeah, especially I think when it got dark, like for the first time, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Was
the child?
The child, yes.
The Ashura, or no. What do you become in the bad ending of Sekiro? Shura, the Shura. Shinobi says, "I always prefer free time over money." See, I love work. I really, really do, but I need to be working with or around people. Otherwise, I have a very hard time motivating myself.
I have exactly the
I prefer
opposite.
free money.
Cookie says, on that note, my boss told me to do a fast implementation instead of good code. So I did, then he wanted me to change it. Told my boss to drink my tears.
Really? Did you quit, and do you want a referral to my company? I mean, I would be happy to give one to you. And, you know, get money for it.
If you were saying you work best and have the easiest time motivating yourself alone?
Yes. When I'm not bothered.
I can't do it.
Why is my spell doing no damage?
The shield. It's blocking.
That's unfair.
And the shields they use actually are pretty damn good.
Oh, look at me having no health. Dun, dun, dun.
He says, Steph so wants me to start work for her company.
Yes, I get 1,000 euros for you, so... Yes. Please. Oh, this is the game that despawns enemies if you kill them enough times, right?
Yeah.
What? Tato 7 or
15?
9?
No,
I think it was 15. Except if you take that one Covenant on, right?
No, the Covenant is still 15, but if you get into the Covenant, it will reset, and if you leave the Covenant, it also resets.
Oh. Oh, I forgot you can fast slide through it.
Hello there.
And also, you know, if you use that bonfire ascetic, it will...
The what? Sorry?
There's items that you use at the bonfire to level up the bonfire. So it will reset everything and make it New Game Plus difficulty.
Advance that area alone to the next New Game cycle. Really handy for getting those boss souls that only drop in New Game Plus.
Oh yeah, because it also resets bosses, that's true.
Cool.
I'll leave it.
I'll leave this one to you. I still don't know if there's any items here, so let's just...
Want to fight the Fume Knight 9 times in one New Game cycle? Technically you can.
Why would you want to do that?
I have no idea. Fighting it once was enough for me. I was proud of myself, and then I never did it again. Cookie says, right, I'll try to come back when I'm done with this student. Have a good one, ladies and gents.
Please don't kill him.
Take care, enjoy.
Bye.
No! Oh, never
You're
mind.
good, you're good, you're good. Drink.
Guys gonna come down here? No, no? Okay.
When they're ready. Roll, roll, roll.
Did not see that.
Now they come down.
Of course.
Nice damage you're doing.
Yeah, really.
Oh, what's this?
No, try attacking the door. Seriously. Doing so will arouse the awareness of a guard posted on the other side, and he'll open it up to take a crack at you.
Move away from the door.
Oh! Knock knock.
Ain't that cool?
Wow. Nice. Okay, that one didn't do anything. Life ring, another one. Eh.
And large titanite, for
Yeah.
what it's worth.
Yeah, I'm gonna improve my wooden
Any other
stick.
chest down there?
No, it was just one. Oh, but there is the Pharaoh's thing.
Cookie says, someone please clip Seth's first 10 squats at potato.
He
like
knows us too well.
subtle nudge.
Tap tap.
Tap tap, yes.
Crap.
Okay, this thing is dead. Oh, use. Use. And boom. Okay, well, I had my fun. Great soul arrow, great. Hollow soldier shield.
Yeah, remember, we have been getting equipment we could play around with.
Let's see.
Like armor. Yeah, we've got the best. Oh, it's heavy, but hollow soldier stuff is the really good stuff here.
Yeah.
The gauntlets and boots wouldn't be too heavy, I don't think. There, hollow soldier leggings. Oh no, they're
But
worse.
it's worse.
Never mind.
Yeah. But I can put this one on.
As long as we don't start fat rolling, yeah, that's true.
We shouldn't be. We're at. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We Gucci. This place is kind of sus.
Oh, you're gonna have fun there.
I don't want to have fun. Oh no! Oh no no no! Open!
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was honestly hoping you'd remember this, but it's okay. It's okay. We can actually find some items that are great for our build here.
Be careful. Go slow.
Here comes the party bus.
Yay! No, please. Ah! No! Ah! Mother fucking piece of shit.
And that's 10.
As I said, motherfucking piece of shit. Oh, my knees haven't done this in a long time.
To be fair, halfway through the stream and only now just hit 10 deaths.
Yeah.
For Dark Souls 2, that is not bad.
Eh, I'll allow it.
Especially considering you're playing a totally different style.
Yeah, I've never played a magey thing. We have a great soul arrow.
Stuff says, last one doesn't count. Range of motion.
Schnaufy? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck.
Now notice we only have 15 bolts with great soul arrow.
Yeah.
As opposed to 30 for a regular soul arrow. Until we get another spell slot, it may not be worth it.
Yeah. Just wanted to try it out to see how much damage I can do.
Sure. And it is more powerful.
Ah. Eh. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take the other spell. Nope. Can I somehow break the shield?
You can kick it or knock it out of the way, but you cannot shatter it, no.
Nah. Ow. Ow. I don't like this guy.
Reminds me of the Hollow Soldier Spearman from DS1, who always gave me the hardest time.
Yeah.
When I was learning to play the game. They were too defensive.
This is the last bonfire before the first boss, right?
Kind of.
Oh, I remember this. There we go.
Oh, one thing I can confirm, Eastern Exorcist will take us a little longer to clear up because I'm pretty sure the two characters, despite, like, journeying together, have very different campaigns.
Oh yeah, they
Seeing
have
how
completely
we're near-
different ones.
We're near the end of the game and we've only got a little under half of the bestiary filled out. Hey, Victor, 79. They say drinking 1 Estus in this game takes more time than using 10 elixirs in Neo.
Yes.
Well, that's without adaptability leveled. You're not entirely wrong. Estus in this game, however, is a bit more potent. Potato, I want to say, like, 1 flask here heals slightly more than it did by default in DS1, right?
I think
Or
so.
feels
And I think
like
you
it.
can upgrade it more.
Yes, you can. With Undead Bone Ash, or Sacred Bone Ash, Divine Sublime Bone Dust. Sublime Bone Dust is what they call it.
Okay, this is a too big of a ladder.
Hey, Wolf Shoes, they say new
Hi, Nick.
game.
Yeah,
Well.
finally.
Kind of a new old game, one that Seth has played through roughly 70% of before, but due to technical issues could not complete a full playthrough of it. So here we are again.
Oh shit, here we
Maybe
go
not.
again. Oh, great. As I said. Ah!
You rolled into the wrong house, fool. Wolf Shoes says technical issues, dying too much. No, really, was it your computer, Seth, or Steam specifically that just, like, threw out the save?
I think it was
It was the
Steam.
computer, right?
No,
Oh,
I think it was Steam. Yeah.
Good job, Steam.
Yeah, fuck you, Steam.
Yeah, fuck you, Steve.
Who's
Who the
Steve?
fuck is Steve? I don't know.
Wasn't
Who's the
Steve
one?
that drunk guard from Vigil?
No, wasn't that Captain Carl?
No. Captain Carl was the captain of the guard who never did anything. Steve
Alright.
was like the drunk guy who puked in his helmet, lost it, and
Oh,
stole somebody.
yes.
Remember there was that throwaway joke where he was apparently a saint in the future? Like, remembered
God,
so
yes.
fondly and all this? We find out near the end of the game when, like, the professor tried to sacrifice all the people of the village to, like, whatever ancient being was sealed beneath the tree, Steve actually did give his life trying to save as many of them as he could.
Oh.
But did he do it on purpose?
Yes. You can actually find, like, his little grave and altar where his filthy helmet has been, like, laid to rest.
For people that like Metroidvanias, check out Vigil. It comes bundled
The
with...
Longest Night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes bundled with Grime on Steam, and it's quite fun, actually.
Hold on a moment.
Oh, come on, just can you detonate this?
It is probably the finest, or one of the finest games I've seen.
There we go.
Burgeoning, really, really impressive Chinese scene in the good WoW. There's a link for anyone interested. I would highly recommend it. I played through it on stream, and some minor balancing issues with some optional content aside, it is very, very impressive. And for the price, you get a lot of game. There's a lot of content to discover, and a lot of it's meaningful content.
Stab.
And that bundle, Vigil and Grime, you absolutely need to go for that if you are a fan of
And if you want to play it on
Metroidvania,
computer.
indie games, action games. Grime, along with Vigil, those are two of my favorite games we've played on my channel in the past few months. So we can jump over there.
And then I can... Hehe. Oops. Didn't mean to do that! Ah ha ha! No!
They meant to do that.
Rude! That was not part of the plan.
It is now.
In other news, after Dark Souls 2, we are gonna be done with Souls-likes for a little while because we are gonna be playing Metro series.
Yeah. Lots of people will be excited
Yeah.
for that. Victor says best thing while you go through portals, enemies can hit you.
Yeah.
Through doors, you mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
guessing you're not a fan of Dark Souls 2?
No,
I don't think they can necessarily hit you.
I don't remember in Dark Souls 2,
fog
but...
walls.
Yeah.
Fog
Yeah.
walls thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty common across the series, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, during the first half or so of the animation?
Definitely in Ornstein and Smoth run,
It can
I
hit
remember
you from, like, across the fog.
Sometimes
But
they
not-
can hit you from outside the boss arena.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, on Ornstein and Small, I haven't seen them ever hit me while I'm going through. I've always had them hit me when I've gone through already.
Yeah.
Victor says DS2 is the hardest, in my opinion. Oh, okay.
Really?
I didn't have that experience, but I also learned DS2 on the vanilla build, which is really quite different, especially in the early game.
Yeah, like if you've played in vanilla, it's very different than this.
A lot of people have said DS2 is the hardest.
I
so
haven't
that's
had that
totally
experience ever since I turned off that Covenant.
Yeah, you were playing hard mode by accident.
Potato accidentally activated like the Path of the Champion early on, which whoop.
Oopsie.
DS2 is my favorite though. It's far and away my favorite.
Wait, I can...
The world is so much more interesting. The mechanics are much deeper.
Ha!
There's lots of... A couple things I like. One, loads of bosses. Two, more diverse, gimmicky boss design than DS1 had. On the whole. DS3's bosses are still better, like, pound for pound, but there's so far fewer of them. You know what I mean?
In this
You want the
game,
best
are
of
the
both
secret walls hittable, or do you get a prompt?
No. You don't get a prompt, but you press X to, like, send a wall sliding back slightly,
Right,
and then,
right.
open a physical secret compartment instead of dispelling an illusion.
Okay, where is... There you are. You gone da. There. Okay, everybody's dead. Mail breaker and infantry helm. Great.
The mail breaker is like a small dagger-sized rapier, like it's a thrusting sword.
Oh god, I remember this. By that I mean I remember that pole on the right that has an item at the end, and then you turn around and something is walking.
The shattered statuary sword. Yeah, but what's at the end of the sword is, I believe, really good. Wait, no. No. Well, I don't remember what it is. Oh, you got their spear!
Yay.
Potato, I'm thinking for a magic build, a longer polearm like that might actually be really useful.
Why are you telling that to
Probably,
Potato?
Well, because he can give us a second opinion. If there's one thing we've learned throughout these playthroughs, guys, it's that you generally don't want to listen to me on my own.
Yeah, because listening to me is a good idea.
No, but when we combine our powers, we can dispense decent advice.
With your powers combined, you are Captain Planet. Oh, this is such a beautiful view, and I remember how I got fucked here last time. Yes, there we go.
Oh, that tonal dissonance. Gotta love it. Well, hey, at least they're having a hard time staying on the sword, too.
They see me rolling.
Why do they move kind of like, totally accurate battle simulator soldiers? You notice that? Like, they're kind of limp and... Yeah, loosey-goosey.
Loosey-goosey, yes. They have spaghetti limbs. But like, not K spaghetti. Normal spaghetti. For people that don't know, K...
Today we're gonna be making it's a different spaghetti bolognese, or whatever you call it.
Love K.
It's like... I know it's not a good impression. It's like, what if K was the merchant from Resident Evil 4?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. KO.
Hi, people, and I'm back cooking again, and today we're making high-caliber firearms for use against the Ganado. So the first thing we're gonna do is chop up some of our onions and carrots.
Carrots.
Oh, shit.
God. Ah, here. Can you hit the barrels, please?
Today I'm gonna be making Mexican food and tacos.
Yes.
I love how Mexican food was just some kind of gelatinous chicken gravy.
And what wasn't tacos also something that she just bought in the end?
No, remember the tacos were ostensibly like tortilla boats, but they looked like they were made out of cardboard or something?
Of course! Now you hit the fucking barrel.
Victor says I like Big Smoke's order. Well, I don't think many of us could survive that, man.
Yeah, but like, you are aware that wasn't just for him.
No, yeah, he ordered for the entire car. Now, as I understand it, he did get a lot of food, like 3 burgers.
Oh no, he did, but like not
like all
levels of food.
Yeah, not a mukbang's worth. He ordered like what, 2 burgers and a wrap or something? No, like 3 burgers. 3 burgers
with
for
extra
him.
dip.
I'm actually craving ramen again. Yum 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 yum.
Like, the sad
Ramen.
reality is, all of us have probably eaten the equivalent of Big Smoke's actual order during, like, fast food binges before.
Yeah, but we're not gonna, you know. Yeah, exactly.
No, and Victor, of course, gives us the full readout for the entire car now. 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, number 6 with extra dip, number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. I think he may have gotten the 2 number 45s.
Oh, I thought he got the 2 number 9s.
Or did he get all 3 of the number 9s and the rest are for everyone else?
Wow, you guys knowing that order by heart is kind of concerning. Also, where is the second guy that throws?
It's like the Pledge of Allegiance for people with issues concerning their diets.
No, Seth, you not knowing it is kind of concerning.
You are the dumbest soldier ever.
How dare you?
Not. Can you please? George! You suck!
My God, he's like a pitcher for the Chicago
There-
Cubs circa 2001.
I fucking hate this.
I think the game moved Seth to prayer for a second there.
Turning religious. Oh, wrong way.
Personal experience, Seth, it will not help you here. I've tried.
And I tried. Oh my god, and I tried.
Pray to God for survival, and God's like, huh, get good.
Oh my god, do I pray?
No, but that's not God then. That's like the Gnostic conception of the demiurge. Wow.
I wasn't even close this time! What kind of shitty explosion is that?
A pretty good one, apparently.
Okay, give me
Maybe
just a
try just rolling straight through this time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do
Victor S.,
that.
did you try Lost Ark?
Yes, I tried it for exactly 10 minutes because in the other 30 times the servers crashed or I was in a queue of 7 to 10,000 people. So fuck that game, thank you very much. Next.
Seth, have you tried Vampire Survivors? I think you should try it. It's a pretty cool game.
I actually have 100% in that game, thank you very much.
Lost Ark looks kind of like Diablo-esque to me.
It's a Korean Diablo in MMO world. Stab
Victor
your
says,
mom.
I waited 4 hours to get in first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, graphically it looks very pretty.
It
Doesn't look
is
like my
pretty,
kind of game, but looks charming.
It is pretty,
Kind
but
of,
nah. Again, the days of MMOs are behind me, so...
And whoever designed the female characters needs to get fired.
Yes,
So.
I'm sorry, but girls don't walk like that. Like, all of the women have such a shape that, like, their hips are so wide and then, like, their legs go like this. And
Like-
they walk like that as well.
Here's the thing. That kind of design, I would go so far as to say, as like, you know, a cornerstone of the way you approach designing female characters, is insulting to everyone in your player base.
Yes.
There's obvious issues of representation and objectification, sure, but also then think about what it says to the rest of your players, like, oh, there's a lot of people who would only buy our game if we had this in it. This is what you want. This is who you are. And
Yeah.
it's like, hey, internet, socially maladjusted people, I'm sure that's true for a tiny, tiny percentage of folks who are very sad and sue Twitch because they
Masturbated
just
too
their
much.
apartment complex and do a blackout or something. But I don't see that design, that kind of rampant sexualization and objectification moving any units. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's actually a bigger issue, which is the fact that the game is not viable as a free-to-play.
That's true as well.
Because I think there's a Russian dude that did like a calculation, like for the upgrade materials, how much you can get per week, and how much you need to upgrade all of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do not use alt, and even though alts can give you some extra materials per week, it's a very small number, like maybe 2-3% or maybe like 5 to 10% of what you get like weekly.
Yes, Victor, it's very much pay to win.
And if you were to try and free to play everything, it would take you about 2-something years to upgrade all your gear. Which is impossible because they constantly keep adding new stuff like every couple of months.
Now, if he asks, what about all the Japanese dating sims? I'm not knowledgeable enough to make any kind of ruling or offer any kind of commentary.
Those are mostly only like popular in Japan and among weeaboos. So.
I wanna kind of play that, what was it, Daddy Simulator or whatever was it?
Green
like the
Dad? The one that the Game Grumps made?
Yeah! That one seemed super weird. That and the one where you're dating a guy that's a horse.
I think, Seth, you should play a Hatoful Boyfriend.
I also want to play a boyfriend dungeon.
Oh yeah, the one where you date weapons.
Was that the first boss the last time?
Yes.
Oh yes, Anus Head, I forgot.
What? Siren Head's less popular cousin.
Exactly.
This one hasn't been super popular in the 3 a.m. YouTube challenge crowd.
Yeah.
Calling Anus Face at 3 a.m. parentheses, he farted on my house.
Okay, nope. Goodbye.
Enjoy.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'd say he is much easier to deal with at melee range.
Oh yeah.
He actually is, yeah. And yeah, I don't know anything about like the pure OG dating sims, but I know like you know, a lot of RPGs, I think, titles like Persona, anything from BioWare, any of that have integrated like character relationships into a part of their design. Oh, right, I forgot about that attack. Seem to focus more on like character development and character building than, you know, any kind of like fan servicey design, which is the way I would do it. Now he says, yeah, me neither. I just recognize often sexualized female characters.
Yeah.
I've not seen enough of like the Japanese dating sim scene to say, but I would believe it. I would definitely believe it. Hell, I'm not overly familiar with anime, but I've seen enough of that to know like design tropes be kind of uncomfortable. Kudos to Dark Souls for not ever really doing any of that.
Really? Let me remind you about shooting her in the boob.
That was deliberate, however. The idea was Gwendolyn was presenting the undead with something that would be, you know, simultaneously encouraging.
Presenting the undead with her boobs.
Yes. Let me see. Victor says, or asked, do you plan on playing Shifu? Maybe that game's kind of hard.
I saw it being advertised.
I think they've asked about that before, like near release.
Somebody, yeah, asked about it for sure. But I saw the trailer in Epic Game Store. I don't know, not really.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, not my thing, but I think that Brady might enjoy it.
Do I enjoy anything though? Snuffy says just search dating sims on Steam. The thumbnails say everything. I'd rather not, thank you.
Yeah, like orc massage.
Orc massage. Oh,
No.
I could
No,
get some
Seth.
massage.
No.
Let's just say that's a game you can't play on Twitch.
Eh.
It's a game you shouldn't be able to play anywhere, but...
I mean, if you can't play it on Twitch, that's kind of like a big thing, because you can play anything on Twitch and do anything on Twitch. More or less, bye.
Defator will be back with more streaming facts next week.
Oh god.
Until next time.
You do the best, Skeletor.
Thank you. I really don't though. Jim Sterling, man, their impression is perfect.
Oh man, I want another season of Masters of the Universe on Netflix.
In the butt! In the butt!
I do like
In the
Mark
butt.
Hamill's version of Skeletor.
Did he voice him in the new
Yeah,
series?
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, right in the butt. Oh my god, ow.
I know.
And yeah, Potato, looking at it, with this kind of playstyle, this boss is definitely more difficult.
Oh
with
yeah, definitely. You might actually have an easier time just stabbing him in the shins with a dagger.
Yeah, I was having quite a nice time.
He's really harmless when you're just standing under him.
Yeah.
I just have to watch out for the stomp and that's it.
Yeah, but the stomp is much easier to avoid than that long sweep with his arm.
He has a great design.
It's good as a first boss.
Mhm.
Because it looks very scary, but it's not that hard to defeat. So it kind of like gives you that fear like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? But then
Also
it's
looks
like,
kind
oh.
of sad.
Apparently
which is
he's
the-
also not that hard to disarm.
God damn it, Potato.
Yeah, I prefer this to Asylum Demon. I will say Udix Gundir's a better boss, though.
Oh, I crapped my pants first time I fought him.
Udix Gundir the first time. Champion Gundir felt kind of gratuitous and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Oh, the champion was a fucking piece of shit.
Didn't really feel super necessary, did it?
I just don't like the fact that he can sweep you from like the other side of the fucking room.
And the charge.
And the leg kick does a 360 damage.
The roundhouse kick, yeah.
It's the thing is, it's not a roundhouse kick.
Oh, no,
Not
no,
in the
it's
animation.
it's a side kick, sorry.
Yeah, but it
Um,
does damage as it was a roundhouse.
Ah, nope.
now if he says, some are so ridiculously funny I want to play anyway, but of course I don't want to support sexualization of female characters. Good
That's
on
really
you.
nice of you. I do not think that like if you play it on your own time, you know, just do it. Kinda wanna go to the bonfire. Ah! Well, I'm gonna go to the bonfire now, so... At least there's that. Now I don't need the bonfire.
The bonfire needs you.
Motherfucking piece of shit. Need to get my souls, my friggin' souls now. That they stole from me. Look at them just chilling over there.
Whoa, 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 I just noticed something. Vigil of the Longest Night has a 75 on Metacritic?
Really?
What? That's less than Tales of Iron.
Yep.
What? Why?
Again, I love Tales of Iron. For me, it's such a good game. I am seeing all the issues that you've mentioned, though. I just don't think that it makes it the game that bad.
It makes the gameplay experience very unpleasant, in my eyes. The story and world are charming, but they're not like 8.5 out of 10 good. It's very cute. It's a very cute first effort from an indie studio that has a lot of heart.
Alright, let's finally level up. And also
According to critic reviews, Vigil's never earned. I mean, like user reviews are far more varied.
Is that a shark?
Um,
There, to
but
see light. However,
Vigil's never earned anything higher than an 8.
Wow, okay.
What? What the hell? Hold on a minute. I'm on a mission now.
Okay, I
Let's
need
have
to
a
level
look at
up
what
now.
Grime got. What the fuck? On Metacritic, Grime has an 81.
Which one did you say was the third skill that I need?
Attunement.
I need
That one right there.
this one.
Correct. That'll give you a second spell slot. Well done. Now he says, yeah, I think you can play those kinds of games without being a dickhead. Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah,
also I
guys,
can-
it seems like people are really, really hard on indie Metroidvanias, just based off of the reviews.
I mean, Grime for me has a really weird and like very much, I don't know, ambiguous story, but it has beautiful design.
You know what? You know what it is to me? I think that particular subgenre, as kind of like the closest older analog to Souls-likes we have, invites an older and kind of very, very, very discriminating player and reviewer base.
Right.
Like, they've played dozens of these things, they know exactly what they want. If you don't meet these 12, 14 criteria, it's fine, but it's not the best. That kind of.
So, let's see. You guys said that maybe using the spear might be good?
If you have the strength and dex for it, which you don't, for the
No.
time being. Just throwing it out there.
And I don't have
Don't
any...
throw the spear away.
Talk.
The names, and you are a man not
Yes, whatever. Vagabond, equipment, buy item. Do you have anything I could use? That's a negative.
right, don't you? Your needs, I know.
Okay. Yeah, no, so some of these reviews are just kind of weird takes. I mean, the folks who give games like this perfect hundreds or 10s out of 10s aren't usually all that solid either. But like, listen to this one, or this summary of a review that gave Grime 60 out of 100, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the last few years, it's become a running gag within indie circles that Metroidvania and Souls-like games are the go-to genres to build your game around. Unfortunately, Grime wears that on its shoulder with pride, instead of doing anything remotely interesting. In essence, it's the software equivalent of saying, only fans of the Souls-like genre will enjoy this.
Yeah, I know Rocket
How
Beans.
is that a
nothing.
negative? That's
I
like
think-
saying a new Tetris game, only fans of puzzle games will enjoy this.
I think the issue is they don't bring anything new to the table.
Which is
And
not
it's like-
remotely true.
It's like more of the same old, which I kind of see when it comes to Grime, but I would not say that makes it a bad game. Like, that, definitely not bad. Like, from what I've seen, I would give it like an, well, see, I would give it an 8 out of 10, which in essence is an 81 out of 100.
The question I have for all these people is, what exactly do you want in terms of innovation? Like, get specific. Because, and this happens anytime you see the market oversaturated with a particular genre. It's not just Metroidvanias, it's not just Souls-likes. People say, such and such doesn't bring anything new to the table, when in fact it does. There's lots of gameplay iterations or unique mechanics or things like that, and people just don't care. What do you want? Do you just want a different genre of game altogether? And if so, that's fine. But I don't believe that we should make individual titles wear, like, or bear the weight of an oversaturated
I can't get here,
market.
right? Through these
No,
doors.
but you can kill him, and he'll drop some stuff.
Oh.
Schnaufy says, I've watched some German YouTuber playing Tales of Iron, and they had a very similar rating, or reception as Brady. Really? They didn't like the combat either.
The only enemies that I had problems with combat were the Mosquito Queen and Mosquito King, because like their AoEs was a little bit janky, but not so much that it would take me like more than 5 tries. And at this point, like, I've played so many Souls like that, anything that takes me less than 10 tries is easy mode, right? So
Johnny says, yeah, they like the design and the art, but not the gameplay. Okay, well, glad to see I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I mean, your arguments are definitely valid. I still find the game quite fun and quite enjoyable.
It's very charming.
Yeah,
very,
and I
very
think
charming.
that, for me at least, the pluses outweigh the minuses there.
That seemed to be the general tilt of a lot of the reviews. Like, so many people were so charmed by the game world that, as you said, not everybody had the same issues with the gameplay, but even those who did, and some of them did, thought, oh, it's so cute, and, like, so well animated, the soundtrack's so sweet, that it didn't really matter.
So there was another place where I could... there.
I know they're not the same outlets, but that's why these, like, Vigil and Grime reviews are kind of tilting me right now. Because they're essentially saying, well, yeah, the game plays perfectly, and it looks great, and soundtrack's really impressive, but I don't know! 7 or 6 out of 10. Whereas, the Tales of Iron reviews are like, well, yeah, it doesn't really work all that well, but it's cute, 8.5. And I get it, different reviewers have different standards. I tend to rate games much more favorably than a lot of outlets would, provided they deliver on what they promise, but it's weird. I think some of it, in regards to these, like, indie Metroidvania reviews, if I had to make a guess, are just reactions to market saturation. Like, some of these reviewers probably find themselves having to play, they went from playing 1 or 2 every couple years to playing, like, 5, 6, 7 Metroidvania or Souls-like games a year. And if you're a professional reviewer, you have to play them.
Yeah, I think that right now, like, the next thing that we're gonna see is the same thing with tactical RPGs. Because tactical RPGs have been neglected for a very long time because it was mostly like a Japan-oriented type of game. And now this year suddenly we're getting much more like from the AAA scene. But also I've seen a bunch of indies also in the style of tactical RPGs, like all coming out at the same time. So I think that this year we're gonna see a little bit more going into that direction.
Maybe. Definitely through Nintendo and,
oh yeah, I don't
PC.
care about the rest.
I'm not sure about, on the other home consoles.
No.
It'd be nice to see more tactical RPGs.
On the PlayStation and Xbox, I don't think we're gonna see that, because...
Maybe some on PlayStation.
I still don't see that being that interesting for the type of audience that Sony and Microsoft usually target.
Schnaufi says, I think that's one of the biggest issues for indie devs. They create beautiful worlds, atmospheres, stories, lovely soundtracks, and then the tech stuff comes up. Well, yeah, but kind of arbitrary critical reception is another big issue. Because, like, say what you will about services or platforms like IGN, like GameSpot, like Game Informer, but they are sufficiently well established that they have kind of internal uniform standards, right? Where, like, even though different reviewers may have different opinions regarding a game, they agree on, generally, what is meant when they give something a 5 versus a 7 versus a 10, right? Like, whether reviewer A, B, or C assigns this score, this is what they think it means. This is how much they think the game is.
No.
And there are issues with all of those large corporate platforms of course, giving slightly inflated scores to a lot of titles, working on what's called oftentimes the 4 or the 5-point scale rather than the full 10-point scale. But indies also have to rely to a far greater extent on user and especially on indie publication reviewers. And in my limited experience over the couple years, they tend to be, because like the devs themselves, a lot of these writers then are relatively inexperienced, they're getting into it, they're kind of new. They tend to be, or at least come across as, quite a bit harsher and far more arbitrary. Like, I can't tell you how many independent or small outlet reviews I read that absolutely eviscerate games. Like that Demon Turf review that gave it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. That essentially amount to, well, it just feels like it's missing something, or I wish there was something new.
Oh, right,
And
that's the NPC. I was like,
Yes,
well, am I not
mage.
offline? Ah! Oh, hi.
And it's like,
Fuck you,
well, okay,
Dennis!
if you're gonna be that harsh with your criticism, and if you're going to say that alterations and changes ought to be made, I at least think it's a worthwhile thought exercise for you and for your audience to then explore what those changes should be. Unless it's something absolutely broken, right? Like big rigs, like Immortal Unchained, where you're like, okay, this
Yeah.
just doesn't work. The product doesn't work. If you're really bothered seriously by one aspect of the design, explore what can be done to make it better. That way your criticism is more specific, it's more targeted, it's more defined, instead of, I don't know, man, I just didn't really feel it.
So, see, it's funny that you mentioned Demon Turf game, because, for example, for me, Demon Turf, like, looked and sounded cute, but the gameplay for me was boring. Just, like, did not really do it for me. And that's kind of like the same, very similar arguments that you had for Tales of Iron. So...
My issue with Tales of Iron was not that it was boring. My issue was that, mechanically, it seemed very loose, especially in certain combat encounters. And my specific criticism was those... I called them AoE attacks, though they're not. Late game, that same little red circular indicator is used to represent or indicate a number of unblockable attacks enemies can use. It did not feel as though there were consistently effective responses in the player's arsenal that would allow them to dodge those attacks. Some of them you're meant to dodge, not dodge, sorry. I mean jump to avoid. Some you're meant to position yourself cleverly to avoid. Some you're meant to, like, dodge at a very specific time to technically, like, get around it without blocking. But the problem I found was even when certain remedies were correctly identified by us and by the folks in chat, depending on the relative positioning of, like, the boss or the player character at the outset of the move, the desired remedy would be completely ineffectual. You'd get clipped by it anyway. And late game bosses tend to use attacks like that to juggle you and keep the player from being able to respond to anything adequately, because the only other options for special boss attacks or special types of attacks available in the game's combat system are parryable attacks that are very easily punished by design, and attacks that you can block, or in some cases attacks you can dodge but not block. And the biggest issue I had then is it did seem as though they wanted to create increasingly challenging boss encounters deeper into the game, which is normal, that's perfectly fine, but the combat system by design was so narrow in its scope, so simplistic, that they had no way to adequately increase challenge, like, say, by complexity or gimmick mechanics, apart from just spamming every boss arena, every boss encounter, with those AoE attacks with highly unreliable dodges. Like saying, okay, the best way to make this hard is to ensure our players just get hit.
Yeah.
Not a huge problem, and the game itself was not boring. The backtracking was an issue early on. But,
Oh yeah, the backtracking is absolutely horrible, like, I agree with you on that.
The world was sufficiently cute and full of life and livelihood. You got to see all of the little NPCs going about their lives, that it didn't affect me as much as it could have. Victor says the best thing about torrented games is that you won't be invaded. And the invading stuff is not very fair because the mobs don't give a F about the invaders. No, that's an NPC.
That one was an NPC, yeah. Sometimes you get invaded by NPC, and I can't get invaded because I'm playing offline, and also all the Dark Souls servers are crapped out for a month now, so nobody can invade you anyways. But I wanted to say, like, if you guys are playing Tales of Iron and have an issue with backtracking, the thing that you can do is, after you kill the boss or complete the mission, whatever it is, and you have a long way to run back, kill the game, get back into the game, and you're gonna be spawned at the notice board. So it's an abuse of of the system, but works.
But it worked.
Yeah.
By the way, this is there is a way to get mobs to attack invaders, red phantoms. That's if you consume a seed of the Tree of Giants. That's that item's intended purpose, and it can be a godsend under certain conditions.
Or at the very least, fun.
Like proper
Especially
invaders,
if you
or
know both, I think.
Yes. Any red phantom.
But especially when you like know that to get to you, he has to run through a bunch of mobs, and you use it at just the right time, and all the mobs just go like, huh, target.
whoa, la 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 la. Okay.
Let's check out the Grime user reviews on Metacritic. Lots of 10s. A lot of them are very, very high. A lot of them are very, very low.
Because essentially, the people who are in the middle are not gonna bother going to
Writing
Metacritic to
reviews.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some 7s here.
Woohoo!
I think, to be honest, probably the best reviews might just end up being on
Ouchie.
Yeah,
Grime.
that's true.
So let's see, Grime. All reviews 85% positive. Last 30 days 86% positive.
That's a bit more like what we were, or what I would expect.
Okay. Oh, they're falling down now. How nice. Hello, guys. Nice to see you down there. Now I'm going back up. Ha 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 ha. I tricked you.
Aww.
I am smarter than an average NPC.
Smart.
Oh wait, I've been here already. Never mind, I take it back. Am I lost here? Eh.
And likewise now on Steam, Vigil's reviews are overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, I would mostly like take a look at Steam's reviews unless it's known that they are review bombing. For
Or
whatever reason.
meme reviewing. See Toilet Paper Simulator.
Yeah.
But Steam now has that thing where if there's a bunch of shitty reviews in the last
Yes.
30 days, they'll tell you this might be getting review bombed.
True. Okay.
Consumer
wait, so-
warning.
Oopsie, no, go down. That way. Dennis? 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 Oh my god, Dennis, why? Ah. Brady, Dennis is hurting me.
Yeah, he's a tricky one. Javi says, "Oh, and I was the only one couldn't match with a bunch of Steam reviews or Steam reviews. Thought I was the only one couldn't match with a bunch of Steam. Victor asks, "Is this the original DS2 or the Scholar of the First Sin edition?"
Scholar.
This is Scholar.
I don't like Dennis. Dennis, you can go fuck yourself. I'm gonna die, apparently.
Beautiful comic timing, Seth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, guys, I'm drinking on a
Or
Tuesday.
more. Yeah.
11 hours of work today, I deserve it.
Yeah.
Ye-
Well, man, I did so much work today.
You're on vacation, Potato. Shut the fuck up.
Here I was about to congratulate you for your industry.
No. Don't congratulate Potato. Never congratulate
Boo.
Potato.
Boo.
Boo. Boo, Potato. Boo. How dare you?
I earned this.
Yeah, you actually did.
You totally did, man.
Yeah. You totally did, Potato. Pet. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go...
Kill Dennis?
No, fuck Dennis.
Wow, that's really mean to Dennis.
No, it's
It's
not.
not like he's Steve, who's a dick.
No, but he's a Dennis, who's a small peepee.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say who's a menace.
No. Eh. Oh, Danny boy. Homeward Bone. Fuck you. Danny boy. Oh no, not these guys. I'm having nightmares of these guys. And I still remember them despawning because that's how long it took me to defeat the pursuer.
Oh, right. The Royal Swordsman.
Yeah. Can you come down here?
Oh, you're going to the Pursuer.
Pursuer with a magic build might be kind of tough.
Yeah. Because
May
he
wanna
is
come back.
super fast.
He's fast when he wants to be.
Eh.
Yeah,
Like
but
Big
compared
Ed.
to you needing to cast magic, you're gonna have trouble. I think. Methinks.
That's okay, guys. I can do this.
Uh-huh. Wait, did you do squats for 20 deaths?
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna do it 21. I was too angry at Dennis, so...
Yeah,
Understandable.
she was so angry at Dennis to try and deflect from the squats.
Exactly. We are just gonna do a quick attempt
We
at
have
Pursuer,
heavy
but...
soul arrow equipped.
Huh?
You did attune a second spell, right?
No, I did not. I forgot to do absolutely everything last time.
Damn stuff.
So we have 5 soul arrows.
Yes, we have 5 soul arrows.
So
And
you're
we
gonna
are
have to do
looking at this
again.
guy with oversized shoulders.
Nani?
Nani?
Nani? Oh, look at him being all
Omae wa
floaty and shit.
Moshinderu.
Power of rocket fuel.
Victor says, Pursuer's super chill, he'll let you use the ballista. Ballista doesn't help as much as you might think.
Doesn't it take like a third of his health?
Yeah, that isn't as much as you might think for something so hard to pull off.
Well, yeah, it's hard to pull off. Like, if it was easier, it would be,
I want to say he's also magic resistant, so...
Right.
Or his armor is.
And I cannot backstab him either, right?
Nope.
Of course not. Why would I be able to do that? Right. Oh, 31 soul arrow. How nice. Tune spells. Why do I have 31? Oh, 62 uses. Nice.
Ah, as a result of your attunement total, or, pretty sure it is attunement that'll give you additional casts of spells.
Right, so if you don't advise me to go to Pursuer... Actually, no, I'm gonna go to Pursuer. Oh, and
Yeah, give it a
oh,
couple of
fuck, I
tries.
forgot to squat. Okay, after the next Pursuer death.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, so
I was.
sorry. I know this potato would, and he would do it at the most inconvenient moment, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Katna Joe. Okay, now I'm gonna do the 10. I need to get myself, you know, those socks that have the sticky parts on the bottom because I keep sliding. All right. Ooh, a whip.
Let me see. Oh, I'm surprised to see Eastern Exorcist's reviews are also overwhelmingly positive.
Nice.
Well, very positive, they say. But and honestly, yes, I think you're right. Steam reviews are a better metric to go by because Steam users can be cruel.
Yes. This game sucks.
Also, I'm now watching this epic struggle against the Pursuer with one of the prosecutor themes from the second Great Ace Attorney playing in the background. Yeah, this journey's going to be made so much more epic as a result.
Wow.
I did start playing Case 4 of the second game, and I'm pleased to say that at least so far it's much stronger in terms of gameplay design than the third.
I want to get the Switch ones with Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, no, that's them.
Oh!
Shelby says, like my review for Lamplight City. Yeah, there you go.
Just... game.
I started playing Case 4 just originally out of curiosity to see where I had left off all those ages ago while my friend was over the other night. We just ended up staying up until probably nigh on midnight or past midnight just playing through the first day, and it was
nice.
It's really good so far. Schnaufi says, I was so mad I just wrote, it's just a bad game.
Oh. Oh, Schnaufy, why? Don't be that guy. Schnaufy, why?
It's okay, he did so before I issued the Over-Analyst's divine commandment of indie reviewers earlier in the stream. So all is forgiven.
All of these boys with big swords, and here I am, just a girl with a stick.
We'll get much better sticks as we progress through.
Nice.
Schnaufi says, I was just honest. Let me see, right? Lamplight City?
Are you gonna search for his review?
No,
oh, by the way,
but
Schnaufy,
I
add me on Steam, if you haven't added me on Steam yet.
Oh. Oh, it's one of those. One of those, like, one of those indie titles that tries to emulate the old school, like 16 or 32-bit adventure games.
Mm.
Seeing as how a lot of the original games they're based off of weren't that good, I'll believe it's pretty weak. Nobody says exactly. Yeah. There were some good adventure games, some really good ones, but there were more absolute dog shit ones. Because we've talked about this before, I think maybe on an episode of the podcast or something, we got to do a little small conversation about this. No. Intuitive puzzle design, like logic puzzle design, is actually a very hard thing to do.
Ow. I guess. I mean, yeah, you know what the worst thing is? Like, from my experience as a programmer, the more you look at a problem, the more intuitive it looks to you, but the more unintuitive it looks to anyone else.
Yes.
So...
Navi says the screenshots look better than the game itself. Oh, that's
one of those.
I'm sorry to say, I know it's evocative of a style that was, like, the pinnacle of visual rendering technology, like, in the 90s at a certain point.
Let me pass.
But I cannot stand this visual style. I hate, even when it's done well, I hate this style.
Oh look, that one guy is dead. Have we've been here No, he was just taking a stroll. I thought we were here 15 times.
No. No. This is going to be 4. At least your soul arrows are chipping away at him.
No, Seth. Bad choice, bad decisions. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bad timing and place.
Where can I find you on Steam? I have no friends. Oh, you
There.
can find...
Yeah, I have no idea. But
Okay.
I think my Steam profile should be linked down below in the About Me box or somewhere close there.
Uno momento. Let me conjure mine up.
You need to say like I'm in.
You can find me, unsurprisingly, here.
I think mine is Mercin92. MERCIN 92.
Oh, and I can now load Total War Warhammer 3,
Oh,
which will be great after I actually get some experience in Total War Warhammer 1 and 2. Might be something for us to do on stream once I start working, like chill weekend strategy streams.
yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
am terrible at strategy games and I really want to learn.
It's not Seth Cuddles, I think. Should be MERCIN 92. Should be, I say. I don't know actually. But it should be in the About Me box where I put my like battle.net and my Nintendo code should be all there. You can eat a dick.
He can, but he
Big
won't.
one. In your About box is Seth Cuddles. Well, we'll try it like that. I think my profile picture should be of Zagreus from Hades.
Oh,
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you see someone with like 300 games but like played
No,
10
that's
of
not
them,
your
that's me.
profile picture.
What is it, my
Your
profile
profile
picture?
picture is like some neon smiley face with
Oh!
eyes. Yeah.
Oh, Neon Abyss is awesome.
View profile. Copy page URL. And yeah, it's Seth Cuddles. So.
Oh, thank you, Potato.
Might as well link my own.
Cool! 12.
I see. How many Steam games do I have? 294.
281.
Hi, Savage!
Seth has 339.
Jesus!
Oh, that's nothing, Brady. That's really nothing. I got a buddy.
I got
Oh,
a buddy.
okay.
Congratulations.
I know a guy. He's got 2012.
God.
And
A
that's
much
just the
better year.
games. That's just the games. He owns 3,025 DLCs.
Now if he
And
says I
he's
first have to
one-
check my privacy settings.
Oh,
Oh, Schnaufy.
oh,
And he's not
Schnaufy.
even the worst offender.
What do you
There's
not
a
want us
dude-
to be?
Yes,
Oh
Schnaufy.
god. There's a dude with 5,681 game owned. 3,800 DLCs. Actually want to run his account through that Steam database calculator. Okay, so this dude with like
Majula, that's where I want to go.
can't
Yes?
see his what a shame. Can't check his like account value. Holy shit. Okay, this guy's insane.
What?
3,949 games and like over 6,000 DLCs.
You know, not a tenth of those can be good.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of free games over the years, so at least I
That's
did.
true.
And I got a lot of shit games from like, you know those websites where you buy game keys and then they give you some of the game keys for free? Or from Humble Bundle. I was subscribed to like Humble Bundle monthly for a long time.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay, I can get this one.
Fuck. Okay, so out of those 14,000 games,
3
he
slots.
has played over 7,000 of them.
Jesus.
And he has 67, almost 68,000 hours played on his Steam account. And of that, one moment. So if you were to buy those games at the lowest recorded prices, that would be 32,000 euros. And if you were buying them
Nice.
at today's prices with discounts, like today, 104,000 euros.
Right, so that means that gentleman has spent over 7.5 years playing Steam.
Yep.
And his account is 15 years old.
I think I made mine in like 2009 or something like that.
Been playing computer games
let me check.
for half of the past 15 years. Oh no.
Okay, Seth, you made your account 10.2 years ago. 2011. November. 26th of November.
26th of November. That is 5 days after my birthday. What a quinkadink.
And you have 3,000 hours on record.
Please don't look at my Overwatch hours. Ever.
Sadly, I can't check those.
Good.
Otherwise, I would.
Brady? It says that I have 3 slots for spell attunement, but it's letting me only do these 2. Oh, no, never mind.
On
I am
certain
an idiot.
spells, you waste 2 slots.
No, he says,
Never
that's
mind.
your future. It's my present. Pass the liquor. Oh, no.
Cheers.
So, I got almost 5,000 hours on Steam on record.
Mm-hmm.
And my average price per hour is 666.
Nice. But
Oh,
you
dear.
played a lot of Payday, right?
I don't have that many hours in Payday. I have like 200 something hours, I think. My
Not that
most
many,
played,
only
my
200.
most played is, I believe Counter-Strike.
Oh,
Global
I thought you were
Offensive?
gonna say Elite Dangerous.
No, Counter-Strike Global Offensive 773 hours. Dota 2 742 hours. Awesome Nuts 422 hours. Elite Dangerous 318 hours. Holy shit, 318
Oh,
hours.
pretty good.
Last week I had 240.
Of what?
Elite.
It's because he's been, like, staying up all night long playing with Pop.
Yeah,
Actually,
Spot is a
been
bad
staying up all
influence
night.
on you.
I know, I think I leave the launcher open and that counts as playing the game.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
I don't think I've played that much.
I was about to say,
up.
that amount did sound kind of physically implausible.
You'd be surprised.
I
Don't
certainly
don't
would.
forget, Potato is on vacation, so
Oh, also, yeah.
Well, yes, but when I'm on vacation, I don't want to stay up literally all night.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
do you have a life, Brady?
Why, no, I don't.
Okay, Brady, what's your Steam
The overanalyst.
user? No, that's not the one. But
Oh.
never mind. I think I have you on Steam. So.
You do.
It's the guy with no profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have plenty of those.
You won't be able to find many stats.
Oh, you have it hidden? Oh, yeah.
I have it hidden for the purposes of streaming.
Ah,
I don't want
no.
folks to be able to see like games I've preloaded or recently bought in advance of me announcing them on stream.
Yeah, smart. You know what I don't like? It takes it quite a while to for the game to let me run instead of just roll.
I see. Alright, Snuffy, we've accepted you.
I will accept
Whatever
you later.
Want us to see.
Yeah. Nope.
You know, this is much harder than it would be with a melee build, but you're getting it down.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get it in the next 15 minutes. Especially now that I have 2 different spells. What is my most played game on Steam, Potato? I think it was
Probably
Borderlands 2, wasn't it?
Give me a second. I've just closed that window.
I played Borderlands 2 like crazy. I played. I still haven't 100% completed it because people don't want to play with me, so we cannot do the, you know, bullet sponge
Which game?
bosses. Borderlands 2?
We can arrange something. Why not?
Sarah says, oh that, I forgot you could sprint backwards while locked on in DS2. Yeah,
okay,
cool,
so
huh?
Your most played game is indeed Borderlands 2, 200.5 hours.
Nice. And second one should be Vermintide, right?
Yeah, Warhammer
Nice.
End Times. And your third most played is Cyberpunk, almost
Yeah.
100 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did 2 full playthroughs to see if there is any difference in picking like a different story at the start.
sad.
Spoiler alert, there is no difference.
Apparently, they added some new stuff with the latest patch that's almost 50 gigabytes.
Would
And,
any of it happen to be competent writing?
well, apparently they did go through some of the romance plots and gave him like a pass and rebalancing or something.
They're rebalancing romance options. Maybe that motel storyline finally is gonna make sense.
Oh god! Oh, I totally forgot about that. Ew!
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
Brady, there is a PS5 version now, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Great.
That was
stank up
basically
our
the reason why this
PS5s as
patch
well.
came out. Yeah, there we go. Like it takes its.
Which like adds ray tracing.
The thing is that when my character turns around and starts sprinting, it takes a while. And by that point, I already took the damage, so... It's not like in Neo where sometimes it's faster to just turn around and run instead of rolling.
But it's also not like in Neo where you deal chip damage to most bosses and 2 hits from anything will kill you.
True.
I mean, 2 hits from the Pursuer will kill you.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Not most of the things.
So Brady, the PS5 version of the game has performance mode, ensures smooth gameplay at 60 frames per second with dynamic 4K scaling.
Beautiful.
Sure it does.
Adaptive triggers on the PS5 controllers. Let's see, apartments, I think stuff already covered that.
Oh
You
yeah,
can now
the
customize
renting
V's,
apartment.
And you can customize V's starting apartment.
Great.
Which was supposed to be in the original like release. Also, some interactions in the apartments give you a temporary buff, like taking a shower applies the refresh status for 1 hour.
You fucking
Allows
kidding
you
me?
to regenerate health during combat.
Because you took a shower.
You're refreshed.
Yeah.
Obviously. It doesn't matter that you're dying from a chip in your head. You feel refreshed.
If you go to sleep, you get the rested status for 1 hour, which is 20% skill experience. And you can brew coffee, which gives you energized for 1 hour, which is 25% max stamina and 30% stamina regen.
I would
Quality
like
of
to
life.
point out they are touting, as in celebrating, a patch which adds in some very fundamental content, including temporary buffs, that was intended to be in the game at release
over a year ago. This is a victory for them.
Almost a year and a half ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, appearance
Savages and
customization.
ships.
You can now tweak certain features of your appearance, such as hair, makeup, piercing, etc., when using the mirror in any of your apartments and safe houses. It's free, and you can do it as often as you like. Character customization also includes more makeup and hair color options. Who's the fairest of them all now?
Do we finally get Penis 3?
2 new weapons.
How many new penises?
That's
or
not a
peni?
no.
Let's see what else.
How many new peni?
Oh wait, I lost sound.
Oh.
Fuck.
Savage says eat the voices.
Okay, that was weird. My headset turned off without any sound. 4 new weapon scopes. New type of weapon attachments. Muzzle brakes.
What about penises? I mean peni.
No penis 3 nor vagina 2. You poses in
Installing
photo
just
mode.
uninstall.
Living City. It's changed combat AI. Multiple fixes and improvements to NPC melee and range combat AI and reactions including taking cover, positioning, reloading, equipping weapons, dodging, blocking, and many others. Dismemberment triggers. Enemies are now much better at blocking and evading.
Did they fix the problem of god-awful butt metal playing every time you enter any populated area whatsoever?
I don't think so.
Did they create a second genre of music for this rich, detailed, futuristic fantasy world?
Probably not great.
Did
Crowd
they write a good
improvements.
story?
Aggressive, you know they did. Aggressive crowd behavior. Certain NPC archetypes can and will enter combat with the player when provoked by aiming, shooting, or fighting. Due to some technical challenges, this change is not available on the previous generation of consoles.
Sorry.
Savage says Penicia, and what's wrong with butt rock? Well,
No. Not butt
on
rock,
one-
butt metal.
Let me be clear, as I'm pretty sure I have on stream before. I'm somewhat a dissenting voice, surprise, surprise, in our community in that I'm not a fan of heavy metal whatsoever. My favorite music is classic, like soul, R&B, disco, and funk, and some of the new stuff. But that said, cyberpunk is particularly problematic in that that really grating, like, pseudo noise-based industrial metal is just about the only genre of music in the entire game. There are ostensibly different leitmotifs for major corporations and like the street gangs and different zones, but they all sound, and metal fans, Seth and Potato have actually backed me up on this, they sound exactly the same, and the overall aesthetic is so harsh, so grating, even by the standards of like industrial metal, that it makes just playing through the game with the sound on a genuinely unpleasant experience. And like you would expect, I don't know, maybe the East Asian inspired street gangs and district to have like maybe some J-pop or K-pop influences.
Or J-rock.
No, right.
If you're gonna go for a rock.
You would expect maybe something from Central or South America for the district populated by the Valentinos, the Hispanic crime syndicate. Nope. What about something with some fantastic, like, diasporic African influences for the Voto Boys in Pacifica? Nope, they also get metal. So the game sounds unpleasant, and it also sounds horrifically homogeneous.
It sounds like
no
noise.
way you can change that. Yes.
I'm a big metal fan, and it sounds like noise. Oh, there we go.
And there is not a second genre of music in the game.
Apparently they changed a lot of the car handling and driving, which should like make car controlling better.
No. Jack's theme for Final Fantasy X was not butt metal. It would be butt metal if Jack's theme, Waka's theme, Lulu's theme, and everybody else's theme was exactly the same. Then they would be butt metal.
Let me see. Looking it up. Oh, that's his theme? The opening theme.
Yeah, the one when the Xanarkans apes are playing.
Otherworld. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his theme. Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is actually closer to like just straight up butt rock. And given the fact that it is the sonic backdrop for this ridiculous over the top like sporting event, it fits because it's kind of silly.
Was it here that I had to like sit or something?
I think you should just have a
examine.
like a
Prompt. Yeah. Nothing else in Final Fantasy X sounds like Otherworld, so I give it a pass.
Yep.
Okay, so they also changed like stuff to increase rewards from jobs and open world activities and decrease prices for vehicles and cyberware. Which is arguably a good thing because some of the things were super expensive and just made the game super grindy.
Yeah.
Rebalanced and improved functionality of clothing mods, adjusted the amount of modification slots available on clothing items, and categorized the mods to fit only specific clothing items. As a result, all equipped mods were moved back to your inventory. Easy game difficulty is now moderately more challenging. Replaced evasion with mitigation chance and mitigation strength. Components that used increased evasion now affect mitigation. Rebalance damage over time effects. Reduce chance to disrupt the trajectory of smart bullets by Tiger Claw's glowing tattoo ability.
Hold on. So no, Savage, if you want an example of what I'm talking about. So you know, this is the battle theme for the Yakuza-inspired, extremely colorful, neon-laced East Asian street gang, the Tiger Claws. Does it sound anything at all like it should, given the way the faction is depicted or displayed in-game? Of course it doesn't. That's butt metal. No, nothing in Hades sounds like butt metal, I don't think.
There we go. Leveled up a bunch. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I think, well, we killed two bosses.
Progress.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
Don't fall there. Yeah, so we killed two bosses. And I've killed half a bottle of wine, so I think we're making good progress, yes.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Join us tomorrow for Potato stream. Was it Potato? No, tomorrow is Brady's stream.
Jesus Christ, stuff.
Sorry. Brady is gonna be streaming Eastern Exorcist, right?
Eastern Exorcist. I may like stream some of it later tonight if I catch the mood. It's a very, very dark game.
It is.
Like almost humorously dark.
Yeah, like so many, so dark that for quite a few times both Brady and I were like, no, why?
Like when you find out that the giant spider is just an old man who had his limbs broken because he was one more mouth to feed, apparently.
Yeah, or the ugly monster with a bunch of heads and legs was just, you know, spirits of, what was it? Oh, the kid.
Women who were like chained to a wall in a cave and then had their limbs severed to attract
that
an evil demon that would feed on them so it wouldn't take its revenge on the people of the nearby village. That was only terrorizing the village because of the horrible things they had done in the past. And yes,
Exactly.
go follow Comrade Potato.
I like that clip.
Why
like the first
clip?
yeah, the
Why?
first second was you being chewed on by a mimic. Ah, love it.
Christ,
Pretty sure you won, though.
Yeah, you did
ultimately.
win.
Did, but
I think
still.
that's the one that ended with you kicking the mimic in the balls.
No,
No. That was a
No,
different.
the
playthrough.
mimic killed the giant fire demon in Carthus with a field goal kick to the crotch.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
that was
yes.
not the same mimic though.
Yeah.
No.
Also, don't forget to follow us, to join us on Discord if you want to talk about games. And we have a YouTube channel where you can see the VODs from all of our previous streams from all three of us. And also two of our shows, the Overanalysts, where we're talking about games, and Overanalyzing Creepypasta, where, shockingly, we're overanalyzing Creepypasta. Thank you guys for watching.
Also, Seth has an Etsy store.
Oh,
That one.
yes. Seth does
Where you can purchase
dolls.
or on occasion commission handmade crochet crafts for yourself or loved ones. I
Or hated
have
ones.
Now
first-hand experience and can tell you they make for absolutely phenomenal and meaningful gifts.
Thank you. That is not how you rate people. This is how you rate people. We are gonna go say hi to Dancing Pod, who is playing Elite Dangerous like a scrub. So make sure to tell him he's doing it wrong. And I will see you on Thursday back for more Dark Souls 2. Bye bye.
Take care now.